Which means that audio effects and music for tonight's game are brought to you by www.sirenscape.com. Special effects and music to make your RPG games even more epic.
Boo!
Thank you, Sirenscape.
Or else we'd have to have sound effects made by me. It'd
Pew,
just be me
pew.
going, it'd be me being like, boom!
Oh.
Pew, pew, pew! Beep, beep, boop, boop, beep.
Can you get that?
Ah!
I've got an addition to my collection of minis now.
No?
So
True edition?
it's,
Hondo.
Hondo is now
Oh, my shiny friend.
his shiny friend is walking away.
Until he
He's
comes.
still here with us, right? He left.
No, he left.
He
Okay.
left.
Oh, thank God.
He pieced out.
I love Hondo. He's the best.
Since he's like playing it.
Yeah, now we're done. Now we're done with it. By the way, Setup's Hondo protocol is activated again.
Okay. All right, so
So,
What's the title of tonight's episode?
this is episode 21, the longest campaign ever run.
It's old enough to drink.
It's called Unrelenting Pasts.
Unrelenting Paths?
Pasts.
Oh, Paths.
Oh, that's foreshadowing.
What does not sound like fun?
You're on vacation. Of course it's going to be fun.
Unrelenting path.
Sure.
Yeah. But if this is going to be really terrible for somebody.
I would call it Unrelenting.
Well,
7 dark side points. for it.
Yeah.
yeah, and it makes anyone who took unfinished business as one of its backstories a little nervous.
Right?
We do have 2 goals right above me. There we go. Follower goal for January, 1 hit 75. You're watching, you haven't followed yet, please do.
Follow us.
January goal for tips is $500. This is going to go towards a new PC to help us stream. I know that we have some new shows coming out this year. Excited about that.
Yeah.
More on that later.
We had Shenanigan XL give us some jewels at some point
Yeah, that was last year.
last
So
year.
if you want to share, your name will be up there with Shenanigans XL.
Yeah. It's pretty
Which
cool.
is in chat you do /cheer and the amount you want to give us. We appreciate the tips. So last time Tazio stole a Jewel of Yavin, but we won't talk about that.
Taylor,
We
do
all
that.
saw you do it. We believe it. We believe it.
I didn't see him do it, but I
Yes,
still
I did.
believe he did.
You didn't see him do it.
I didn't see him do it at all.
I saw him do it.
I still believe you.
I still
Man.
believe you
You're
should have
very
taken
honest.
a selfie with it.
You're a very honest thief.
Is he?
To me, he's honest. He
I
tells
guess.
me truth, right? Do you tell me
I
truth?
don't think I've
Tazio?
ever lied to you.
Is he?
Well, you have once, but we won't talk about that. I believed you anyway.
Well, then I never did.
Yes, exactly.
If you didn't catch me, then I
Tazio
never
is
lied.
very honest to me.
When he's drinking whiskey.
Tazio has never lied to me.
Would you like some whiskey?
No.
Tazio is so into his own lies that he doesn't know they're lies anymore.
Yeah.
So,
How much of that is player not remembering things?
Probably all of it.
have we made it to Alderaan yet, or
Well,
are we
I'm
just on
still
course?
wrapping up. That he
Okay.
Stole the
broke
jewel.
into museum as he was going for Jewel. His ex-lover Larissa Strawn shows up, demands to take the Jewel,
You should have just shot her.
and as he reaches in to grab it, holds it. How does it feel that way?
Delicious.
Hand. Delicious.
Slightly.
Delicious.
Yes. It was
A Jedi enters and mind tricks him into handing it over.
How does it feel to be mind fucked?
Again.
Delicious.
delicious. For some reason, I thought it was Cinna for a second. A really dirty Cinna.
A really dirty Cinna.
Who was like, give me the jewel, Tazio. And I was like, sure, boss.
Sure, boss.
And I was like, you're not Cinna, you stink. So I shot
And
her, and she blocked it. And I was like,
you're
I'm
you
done
stink,
here.
and you're
I'm
old.
done here.
You checked the manifests of outgoing ships, found the name Tiva Devor, which holds a special place for your captain, who admittedly, if you want to,
Yeah, she admitted that her real name's Steve.
yes, you tracked her down, found out that your aunt was Jedi,
Mm-hmm.
and would not say where she was, but to follow your father's footsteps to find him.
Mhm.
And you decide to go to Alderaan for some vacation. So there you
Yeah.
go.
It'll take us about a week to get there. Now.
And that's where we are.
On the ship.
You're almost Alderaan. So if you have anything you want to discuss,
We're almost there on.
Okay, does anyone want to talk about anything?
Well, do you have any idea where we might go to follow your father's footsteps?
Oh no, we already talked about this. So I need
Repair the droid.
a repair droid, and we need to maybe check black box on cat paw.
So would the droid wouldn't be repaired by now?
No,
Yeah.
We've got a week.
Oh.
I know, but I'm flying,
she is adamant on having your hand involved in that.
and we need to get parts properly.
That's right. I forgot about the
Droid parts.
Let the droid be fixed. Well, I thought we were fixing the droid on the flight.
We need to do that when we land, because I can't fix the droid and fly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I can only sort of fly. I can keep us going straight.
Yeah.
I can probably keep it going straight, but I can't determine what direction it is. Down.
We would.
But you need parts. We'll get them on Alderaan.
Yeah.
Surely
I
they have
could,
droid
I
parts.
could at least go through and see what parts that needed, so that I could do a shopping list.
There you go.
Can I look at the droid and see what parts it needs?
Sure.
What's
And
the
you also have something you want to discuss with your crew as well.
what? Yes, but I'm going to do the droid thing first.
Okay, that's fine.
What's the difficulty?
2. I mean, it's an astromech. You probably flew around on it before.
Can I help and give her a boost die?
You did on your astromech? You said you pulled around on it.
Well, you know.
With it.
Tinkered
I fooled around with it.
with it.
I have 4 successes.
Okay. Motivator's bad. First thing.
It's got a bad motivator.
Sorry, you unit has a bad motivator. Look.
Motivators.
Okay, what?
A couple motivators are bad. There's some other parts that your diagnostics checks out that you can replace. Overall, the parts probably cost you about 500 credits.
Okay. That. Also, I would like to do some work on ship while we are relaxing, because what part of ship helps me relax? No, it doesn't help you relax. You said you want to be able to put vehicles in here.
We had talked about it before.
We have a choice. I wouldn't mind having a little extra armor, but we can only do one or the other.
I could go for armor.
Armor or put ships on, like
Like
speeders.
bikes.
What do you
Would
guys think?
armor reduce our maneuverability?
Mm-mm.
We get shot at a lot.
Okay, so we'll go with armor.
Yeah, I think armor is probably better.
And then I'm going to put in astro navigation droid brain, so we have a little extra help in that area.
We buy one of those already?
No, we did autopilot.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay. So that's
What
a
will
what
it cost us?
I don't know. I gave him. I looked it up. He has the sheet. I gave you the sheet.
You got a card. You showed it to me earlier. You took it back.
No, I gave it to you. Is it on your table somewhere?
No. You
Is that
showed
that-
me a green index card.
Is that
It
that
wasn't
green
on
index?
it.
It's not
What-
that green index card?
No, it wasn't on a green index card. It was on a piece of paper.
No, I don't have it. Don't have it here. Oh, see? Hand it to me next time.
I did it next time. Look, I put it on the bag for you. Because you were busy.
There's 2 prices listed.
The first one
What's the second?
is what it
List
cost
price.
without my. Yeah, that's the listed price. The other price,
Alright, so normally it costs you 7,500 for the drug brain,
but it doesn't cost.
3,800 for the reinforced shield generator,
Yes.
and then the hyperdrive generator,
No, I'm not worried about that.
and the hangar bay.
We're not worried about that.
Okay. That's what it normally costs you.
That's-
Anyone, any ship person, any pilot, anyone.
Yeah, but I have a thing that it cuts it in half. So that's why there's a lower price there with it.
I was trying to explain that in character.
Okay, sorry.
So
I'm good with haggling down prices. So we can probably get it cheaper.
Okay. Well, let's see if we can get it.
can I suggest one thing, Captain?
Mm-hmm.
So, looking back over our experiences together, it is true that armor, definitely helps us not get shot up so much. But there have been times when, if we were modified to carry something like a swoop or something, it might have been cool to be able to deploy one during one or two during an overflight. So like if we could like.
This is the point. That made both them ship though. I don't remember. I looked at it and I don't remember.
To do what?
I think that was one thing that it did. It may make maneuverability harder. If I add that.
What is that to like carry something underneath the ship?
A vehicle bay?
Is it flight casual?
It
Or
is.
core book?
I don't remember. I think it's in the core book.
We are core bug.
Do you want me to load up that for?
We can always steal speeders.
Instead of rewatering them to not work.
You guys continue talking. I can
Is it the encumbrance that's preventing us from doing both?
It's hard points,
Hard
which is not which is not something that I know how to explain in character. I can only add so much onto the ship.
Yeah, right. I get that.
The ship will only take so much modification.
I was just thinking if we could add a bay door on the bottom of the ship, then we could crack that open as we overflew, and then Tazio and Charwayne could like drop out on speeder bikes, probably not gather a lot of notice.
Yes, I understand the thing. That's why I brought it up. But we could only do one or other.
Yeah. I don't know. We've never really had a problem where we felt like we were gonna get damaged. Like, what is it? What does the shield add for us? Higher defense or higher soak?
So
How much more soak does it add?
Armor at soak, shields at defense,
Okay.
I can add up to 2.
shields at setback dice.
I definitely
So
like.
that would go up to 7, from 5 to 7. That's a pretty big
I
jump.
definitely like the idea of buffing the shields because
I could only do one or other. Both take up 2 points. We only have 3 points.
well, if I say so myself, I am very close to. I'm already pretty good at solid repairs, and I'm planning on getting better. So
What do you think?
I think we get shot at more than we need speeders.
Okay, so okay. I go look
Because
for
we've nearly
shielding.
fallen out of the sky twice now.
Yes, it's true. So we do that, and then I put in droid brain. We have a little more room. I may know what I want to do with it, but I will again talk to the rest of the crew. I may want, and eventually, I think I want to put in more smuggling compartments.
Okay.
But there may be
You say
something else.
snuggling.
Yes, we snuggle in these compartments. We don't want anyone else to know.
We could also put bodies in there.
They're the VIP rooms.
No.
Snuggling
Yeah.
compartments.
Like those cafes.
We just open it up and twiddling dancers pop out.
And kittens.
Kittens. Okay.
Okay.
So, okay.
So you're doing this while you're flying?
Yes, I'm talking to them. We decided things before.
Could we send an order ahead since we've got a destination in mind? We've got a pretty solid list. Could we make contact with a vendor or a,
If you already had a contact, probably yes, but you may have to make some friends.
Yeah. Also,
Alderaan's not really good for your type of careers.
yeah,
that's why we're going.
it's a core world, so it's really close to Imperial. It's really close to Coruscant.
Oh,
We're going there because no one thinks we would.
Yeah. It's nice there too. They have mountains and beaches.
They're like, do you want to go back to the places that
Fields.
people shot at you? No, let's go to a beach.
absolutely.
Except that I want to go to hot springs. That seems better than beach to me.
Each their own.
Okay. You can stay on beach with us, you know.
I'll do anything. I just want to relax, drink whiskey.
Oh, I have one more thing that I want to say before we got there. Mr. Wayne,
Yes.
is there any way you can get in touch with your contacts and check in with how the children are doing that were on the wheel?
Oh, yeah.
To see if they were able to help them?
Yeah, I'll make a call over later on.
That would mean a lot to me.
Sure.
Oh yeah, the children. I care about them.
Oh yeah. the children.
I am worried about these children. I did not see them myself, but I would not want
Those
to be
kids.
a child sold into slavery.
Those crazy kids.
Those crazy,
Those crazy
kids.
slaves.
Oh my gosh, sex slaves.
They may not be sexy.
I'm pretty sure that's what they're there for, wasn't it?
They call it
They
the
say
small
that-
places to fix the
They're
ships.
probably going to spice mines.
Yeah.
How they say in Rebels how long that somebody would last on the Wayne
It's
Castle
like 6 months
before they died.
of that.
Ugh.
Spice inhalation.
Yeah.
Unless if they're Wookiees.
That's a good Wookiees. Full-grown Wookiees. Children. Probably
They last a few weeks.
3 months, maybe tops.
And then they die of spice.
It's a good death.
Maybe very high.
All right. Do you do anything else before you leave?
I mean,
So,
before we land.
Before you head to Alderaan, did you do anything else?
No, I'm just talking about this on the way
Any
there.
Messages?
I'll check the message.
Did you send out a message? I'm asking you.
Yes, I told him that I was going to Alderaan
Okay.
and that I was wanting to go to Hot Spring, and I will let him know which one I am at.
Okay.
So is
If he wants to
Anthem
join.
just him now? Is that just what you're referring to him? I sent him a message.
Kintu.
Well, it's
Kintu.
clarifying. So I need to know what I'm putting in.
And I will send a message to Jewel and tell her that I am sorry that we were not able to get her a brilliant gift. I will talk to her in person more about it later. We will be by I don't know later, not
Okay.
right away.
Any other business to conclude?
Anyone else want to talk about anything else on the way there?
Why your captain is using a different name, perhaps, or
I expect that.
okay?
I asked her about it.
Did
Did
you?
I last week?
Yes, I told you I'd tell you about it later.
You never did. You don't know.
I don't know. Did you ask me about it
He
now?
already asked you. You said you're gonna say later.
Oh, I'm
so I'm
badger my
asking you.
captain about it.
You told me to tell him later.
Yes.
Are you telling him on this trip?
If he asked me about it.
He did. You say I'll tell you later.
I mean, if he asked me anybody again,
I don't think he's gonna pester you. He said he's not gonna pester his captain. I'm asking you, did you tell him? Or are you going to tell
would he ask me?
When it comes up.
It's not like I'm gonna go up to him and be like,
Are
"So,
you
no.
my past."
him? Do you have the parts on the ship? Are you doing this now or when you get the Alderaan?
We need to buy the parts.
Okay.
Alderaan.
And we don't have friends on Alderaan, so
We gotta go make some friends.
Okay. Jeez Louise.
What?
Nothing.
looks like this is a job for a protocol droid.
Okay.
Like there might be some kind of protocol to it.
That reminds me, guys, this is a core world, and actually, protocol is going to be very important, so,
I got a protocol. I put my finger up, and they come and they bring me a drink.
So you guys are drinking on the way.
We had a couple, but not a lot.
That's fine.
I'm fine.
Well,
That'll
it's,
actually work for you, I think.
I can stay toasted for 5 days and then until day 6 just sober back up.
What's
As long as you
done?
tip well.
What's Sub done these past 7 days?
Just kept the engine in tip-top shape.
Okay. In your toolbox, you find a sealed note.
Find a what?
A sealed note.
Aha. It's in my toolbox, so I'll read it.
Okay. It's familiar handwriting. It says, and I'll read it in his voice.
Okay, and I'll
No,
set up.
as
Will
of this.
also wonder how it got there. Although
I was actually going to write this down and print it to you, but
The parental race.
yeah. It says, "My shiny metal friend."
guy's been touching my tools. I don't like it. Don't like it. I feel dirty.
I'm sorry for what happened last time. I was out of line, and you have a good crew now. I hope they treat you well. And if not, you can find me and we can have the great adventures of you and I once had before.
Setup mutters better than you to itself.
Anyway, it says...
And, and that's the point at which setup reactivates
Okay.
the Hondo protocol.
Still gonna shoot him. Okay.
For what it's worth, I'm sorry. Your friend always, Hondo.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Setup will.
Setup has a not a kind heart.
Setup is not a forgiving sort.
Alright.
Setup will crumple up the note and
Incinerate it.
yeah, basically, yes. There's got to be some. Yeah, setup wouldn't want to clutter up its engine room with, piece
So
of trash.
he burns it on Sherwayne's bed. Sherwayne just comes in, there's a bunch of ash on his bed.
No, there's probably
Cleaner. It's
there's
fine.
probably like a little, waste disposal unit. I'll just chuck it in there.
Set the whole ship on fire. Why is there smoke in here?
Sub actually wanders into the it goes into the head, and then realizes that that being mechanical, it's not entirely clear on how the head's supposed to operate, so it changes its mind about that. Goes out of the head and finds the waste disposal unit.
Okay.
Chucks it in there.
Don't clog up the toilet, man.
So,
That's
You're at
Sherwayne's job.
and Hot Springs, probably where a resort would be,
Yeah, it's probably in the mountains.
but you want to go to the beach.
I want to go sit by the beach to drop him off first.
Okay.
We've gotten off track already, huh?
I
What's their
have
track?
3 more, just your names and names next to them. That's it for my notes. There is no off book. It's all off book.
Spelled Alderaan, right? I mean, at least it's that.
So setup is going to spend a
Great
certain amount
finds.
of time on the journey,
Cloud shaped
taking
balls.
every single tool out of its toolbox, wiping them down with alcohol, and like examining them carefully just to make sure that there's nothing extra in there. There's no other tracking devices or
Setup is ruthless.
electromagnetic pulse bombs or
Setup
your
hates real
tools?
good.
yes. Honda's been in my toolbox.
There is nothing in there.
I check again.
It's just a note.
Just a note.
There's an Alderaanian wolf cat.
The lagoons are probably the closest to the beach. I don't know.
Lagoons are usually close to a beach.
You probably want to go to Pinnacle Peak for your hot springs.
Okay.
Does your fancy book that you got for Christmas tell you anything in there?
No,
All wrong?
it blew up.
Yeah.
It's pretty much the whole section on
I will
Alderaan
say
about
that
it. It
tourism
blew up.
on Alderaan is exploding.
Yes.
Well,
It's the
not
new
yet.
hotness. So, you find a place. Alderaan.
Town
A
by,
resort.
by the beach. Yeah.
Yay!
Who's staying at the beach? There's a casino.
Gamble Warren?
Yeah, I'll go hang out with
So we will,
Chaz.
you'll stay with Tazio and keep him safe.
I got you.
I'm going to go into town and try to see if I can buy parts.
Okay,
I guess
while
he's
you're there.
coming with me. Yes.
Sure.
I just buy parts here and then go because I don't think they're gonna have ship parts
At a hot spring.
droid parts of the hot spring.
No. So go ahead and make a core. No, no.
I need one of these to be white.
Sorry.
Well, I would think a computer check would probably be efficacious to
Locate a
yeah, index the local ship repair facilities and things like that. Find out what's close. Get directions. Just basically kind of.
Well, the starport's gonna have parts for you. You just need to go talk to somebody,
So what am I rolling?
or you just go to the dockmaster.
Yes, and I'll ask him. I will be like, I am interested in buying some parts for my ship and some parts for a droid I'm trying to repair.
Not me.
Ignore him. Do you have any recommendations on where I can buy such things?
Dockmaster is human, male.
Mm-hmm.
Points you to an area of the port.
Mm-hmm.
Look up Gaston Vitry.
Gaston B3?
Yes. She'll get you. Oh, how about Gaston?
Gaston B3? And is she in with ship parts or with droid parts? Both
Ship parts.
ship parts. And though you wouldn't know anything about fixing a droid or where I could get droid parts, would you?
There is a. Let's see again. Rachel. The screen. I mean, Lily. Sorry.
I don't know. I forget.
Agree, dude. Professional term.
Is that a Rhodium?
No.
Victus, something.
This game is racist.
It really does. I don't think I'd feel comfortable with this any longer.
Victo. Maybe. Just kidding. No, that's right. It's Nicto. By the name of. Jito. Jidio.
Okay.
Jidio.
Cheeto. Okay. Thanks, you. Thank you so much for all your help. I'm gonna give him a few credits.
Okay.
Like 5. I don't know. What's
That's
typical?
fine.
Give him 5 credits.
Captain, if it's all right with you, I'll go see the Nicto and handle and pick up the droid parts for you.
I want to be there to do it.
All right.
So we done.
I'm going to go that direction and stop by whichever one I find first.
Okay. First one you're gonna hit is you're in the port,
Mm.
so you want to talk to the parts.
Okay, so I'm going to talk to
Ship parts.
Castana
Yes.
first. I am going to ask her about the shield generator and a astro navigation droid brain.
You approach her. She's got her hair up,
Mm-hmm.
bun. She's got a flight suit on,
Mm-hmm.
kind of dirty, very mechanic. she's going back talking to people.
Mhm.
Nobody goes over there in that shelf.
Mhm.
So
Excuse me, miss.
yeah. Hold on. No, not that shelf. That one above it. That one. Yes.
Yes, I would like to procure some parts from you.
What's your ship? She's very it's business.
I have a YT 1930.
I haven't seen many of those,
Sort of rare.
but we do have some Corellian parts.
Okay, well, I was looking for plating. No, wait, that's not what I want. Shield generator
Okay.
and an astro navigation droid brain.
Okay, let me go see what we got.
Okay.
She disappears. Back. You hear some clicking around. She's yelling at some other, so probably presumably the same employee. She comes out of the box, droid brain,
Mm-hmm.
and she's got somebody pulling out some larger
Plates.
plates.
Or
Well,
no, wait, they're not
generator.
plates. That's the generator. We haven't used to install it. That's not as big as some of the parts that we've added in the ship. So
But it's still a bigger box.
yeah.
And she says she put like clipboard, takes a pin out from her ear.
Mm-hmm.
The navigation, astro navigation brain will cost you about 7,500, and the reinforced shield generator 3,800.
I don't know how to get down to my price.
What's your talent?
I'm looking. It just says Gearhead, half the credit cost to add mods tier to attachments.
I'll start talking like a gearhead.
I'm gonna start talking like a gearhead. That the droid brain looks like it seems some use and both of them look like they have been used. I would pay that if they were new. They do not look new.
Janky parts for ownership.
What did you say?
Janky parts for ownership.
Janky part.
Janky.
Oh,
Look,
yeah.
this is all we have for the YT series currently. Look, you know your stuff. I'm not sensor used. You're right. I'm just going to sell to you for the bulk, both parts.
Math is hard.
5,600 each.
Done.
Okay. Do you need help with installation?
No, I think that it will be okay. I think
Okay.
that we have what we need beyond this. Thank you. But can I like borrow a push thing to get the everything over the ship? I take stuff back.
Well, the guy's got help for you.
Okay. I'm gonna tell him where our ship is.
Okay.
Are you guys still on the ship?
Well, if you haven't taken us to the beach resort, then we're still on the ship.
Well, we're near the beach resort.
You're in the port town.
By
I
the,
thought you dropped us off.
we're in the same
This
place.
is the starport of the same city.
Oh,
with the
okay.
beaches adjacent to.
Have you left the ship yet? Did you like cut out as soon as like you got there?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah, we bailed
I don't know why we wouldn't.
immediately.
Mhm.
Right for trouble, wherever trouble's at.
Can you see him back and make sure parts get on the ship?
Anything you say, Captain.
What are you doing?
I'm going to go and try to talk to the Nick too.
Well, I thought he wanted to go with you. He has some business too. He has to take care of.
Okay. Then I will go with them to put stuff on ship, I guess.
Okay.
Do you want me to wait for you before we talk to the droid dealer?
He has things he has to do with the droid dealer, not just the parts.
No, I'm saying that I'm going with you
Hmm.
to take stuff back to ship. We're both
Okay.
going.
Alright.
We're not waiting. I'm not waiting. Neither one of us is waiting. We're both going back to the ship.
Absolutely.
And then the guy that's wheeling the car goes, "I'm sorry. You said you want You going with me with the parts to your ship, or
Yes,
you're leaving now and I'm taking it back? I'm so kind of confused here. Sorry, I'm new.
We're both going. We're all going.
We're
It's
all
a
going to the droid dealer.
no. You're not going to the droid dealer. Shut up. You're helping us get parts back to the ship.
There's a reason he gets yelled at a lot.
Okay. Which ship's
I
yours
guess it-
again?
I get the sense.
I show you. Let's go.
Okay.
Get the sense Castana Vitri could do worse than going to the droid dealer.
We should find the droid. I don't know what to do. A whiskey dispenser.
No, Ask Navigation, I think.
No, we should find a droid. Just have another droid.
Just have another
Just
droid.
annoy our droid.
You gonna steal a droid?
Probably not.
Not another one.
You guys ready for the free market?
Stolen droids are turning out kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about our one stolen droid we have. A little wonky.
You guys go to the resort.
Yes, we do.
How are you dressed?
I put my noble regalia back on.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Muppets.
Yeah, we wanted to blend in
Sure.
with people at the resort.
Okay.
We're going to a posh resort.
Sure. In this resort, there's a nice restaurant. There's a casino. You can see from the lobby the beach. Connect to the resort.
You know, I could eat a really nice meal. I think that would be awesome. What about grabbing a bite to eat and a couple shots of whiskey?
I think this is what we need to do. Let's eat real meat for once.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we have her at the restaurant.
Did you take a shower before you?
Yeah, cleaned up.
Oh, okay.
Cleaned up. I didn't just put my
I'm
noble.
just making sure.
Yeah.
Nibble staying on.
Yeah, with the noble stain.
What does that smell?
No, we aren't here to like cause a scene or anything.
Okay.
We want to blend in as much as we can.
Okay.
I would think that I'm a little jumpy knowing how close we are to Empire, possibly.
Okay. Go ahead and roll cool.
Okay.
2 difficulty. Give her a chance to catch my notes. Cool.
4 successes and 2 threats.
Okay.
Very cool, but there's something bad.
I have 2 successes and 3 threats.
Well, you're getting stared at. That's for sure. You're definitely.
Did we dressed way too nice. We're wearing tuxedos to a shirt and jeans event, I feel like.
So you go to the entrance of the restaurant.
Yeah.
You go to the host. Yes, you two have reservations.
No. I put 100 credits in his pocket.
I'm sorry. I missed your name, Mr.
Jaji.
Right this way, Master Jaji.
Thank you.
Is your friend joining you?
Yes.
Okay. They put you at the table by the wait stop going through back and forth. Like
Okay.
by that door.
Okay.
And they're always bumping your chair when they come by.
I think I'm gonna lose a shot this way or something. Okay.
Oh, I'm looking cozy. We have unidentified bird. Well, that's fun. Today's special is a roasted unidentified bird that we have here on our planet.
Oh, unidentified bird. That sounds delightful.
My favorite bird.
If it's identified, I really just don't want it.
Yeah.
You know what they say? Everything tastes like unidentified bird.
I think we'll both have the unidentified bird special.
Excellent choice, sir.
Can you bring us each a whiskey flight?
Yes.
Thank you.
He walks away. And while they're preparing your unidentified bird, you two are heading to the
Yeah.
Dictator.
Yes.
Okay. You find the shop, and he's you walk in. There's the Dictator. You probably seen him before, or they're all over in our shop.
Mhm.
they run with weak ways, and,
Pretty
But-
awesome.
Mm.
but this one's
feel like it's
not confident at all.
Mm.
He's kind of timid. Yes, how may I help you?
I tell him that we need motivators and some other parts. I'm
The
specific.
data pad?
Yeah,
Yes.
setup will show the data pad.
Okay.
It's all here, my friend.
Sure. May I borrow that?
I can't identify this.
Unidentifiable.
Just so I can check the stock real quick.
I'll be glad to transfer it onto your data pad.
It's
Sorry, it's broken. My replacement has not arrived yet. It'll just be quicker.
Sure. I would like to make a computer roll
Okay.
as I hand it over to kind of lock the screen
Sure.
so it only shows that, so
Okay.
he can't monkey.
Sure.
Not really sure about this guy
Don't
yet.
let him swipe him right.
What is my
See,
what's my
there's
difficulty
droid
going to be with that?
What?
What's my?
Two.
All right, I get to roll. I'm going to roll one of these again.
I hate it when I hand my data pad or swipe right.
So we've got a success and 3 successes.
Okay.
We have total 3 successes.
Yeah, he's good. It's fine.
That might be subtle.
He doesn't look like he's walking around. He just goes back and pulls parts.
Yeah, there's stuff on this data pad that he shouldn't be seeing.
No, that's fine.
It starts out.
It's okay. It's okay, sir.
Set
I
up,
have
Gary,
my
you're
own vices. I understand.
Sure.
You have your droid vices. I have my own. It's fine.
I'm a mechanic. I've got a vice you don't want to get involved with. So. It's hydraulic.
I'm sure it is, sir. It must be quite popular at parties.
Well, let me tell you. I could tell you about one on
He disappears.
Cloud City, actually.
He comes back with parts, a smaller box.
Mm.
There's a couple motivators. They're brand new,
Mm.
and everything's in factory sealed.
Mm.
You working on an astromech?
Mm. Yes.
Oh, those are quite the handy tool.
Yes, they are.
Are you a pilot?
Yes, I am.
Welcome to Alderaan.
Thank you.
He 500 credits.
Yes, yes. I'm going to give him 500 credits.
While we're at it, my friend. Okay, so would it be a? I want to try to get a sense of his. You know, he's coming off very diffidently, which is fine. That just may be his way. I want to try to engage him in conversation and just try to get a sense of his competence level. Would that be?
Okay.
Would that be a would that be a
Just talk to
mechanics
him.
check?
And then perception, I guess.
It's like, say, friend, how are you? It's a good job of pulling those parts there. How are you on modifications?
Oh, he shows you his hand. I have a condition. I can't really work on parts, droids or bikes or anything.
That's really too bad.
Whiskey. Just shakes right out.
But I have parts for sale.
I'm going to check to make sure all the parts are exactly what I need.
Yeah, there.
That's all that matters to me. Do you have private business you need to take care of here?
Well, it's not particularly private. There are modifications I'd like to make to myself. So what I'm looking for, friend, is I'm looking to upgrade my internal armor and onboard weaponry. What would you recommend along those lines?
His face lights up when you say about your armor, but when you say your onboard weaponry, he perks up a bit. You're a protocol droid. You don't see any weapons on you. They're typically not installed.
That's right. I leave it at that.
Okay. Do you need another motivator for your droid?
Sometimes I wonder.
I have parts for weapons, upgrades. What were you interested in?
Would I? Well, okay, so mechanically speaking, so I'm looking at getting what is it, the masterwork level or the
Superior.
superior? I'm looking at getting superior armor and superior blaster.
Okay.
And I'm
It's
a
like
pretty
$5
and I'm a
grand
pretty
each.
good mechanic,
grand
so I could, I mean, is this something like I could work on the blaster in one of its arms with its other arm, but is this something that if it had the parts, it could install itself using its own mechanics ability?
You are quite the fascinating droid. You might be able to, where is your weaponry? Is it within arm's reach?
You might say that.
I'd say that. Real popular parties, huh?
Let's just say that, hey, I'm a protocol droid. Sometimes negotiations don't always work out in our favor.
Most of the time.
Everything.
Every time.
Speak for yourself. Everybody loves Cinna. He's everybody's cuddly buddy.
Yeah, that's what I think of when I think of Cinna.
I think they could be very cool to cuddle with.
That's what the snuggling compartments are for.
Sorry, I'm looking up.
Cinna and his victim.
This is some good unidentified bird.
It is
This is probably the
really.
best unidentified bird I've ever had.
I don't know if I've ever had a better unidentified bird before.
They cooked it in some unusual way.
They cooked it in, they got
It's an.
unidentified bird and unidentified
You
sauce.
say it was
Correct.
No, I said it was cooked.
Okay.
Cooked.
Okay.
What are you doing to my bird?
I'm cocking it. I'm cocking your bird.
Please don't cock my bird. Leave my bird uncocked, fully cooked, and unidentifiable.
In an unknown
How do you
unknown
know?
sauce.
If it's unidentified bird, how do you know that it is not the cock?
It could be the cook.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Here
I'm
comes
okay
the
with
rooster.
I guess then I'm.
We're gonna die.
I can't say it. It's a family show.
I mean, if it's like a matter of getting, like a boosted power,
You do have one hard point each, right?
Right.
Okay.
and really that's the only modification that's going to work. For both of
There was a gentleman who ordered something for a 3PO unit, which you kind of have the same build. Never picked it up though. He's a local. May run into some problems, but it's been sitting here for 4 weeks, untouched, new.
I could take it off your hands.
The armor, I mean, you may not be able to apply the armor by yourself. I could recommend someone. There is a burly gentleman down the road who works on bikes. Doesn't really have the softest touch.
Well,
Do you want to get manhandled?
not especially, and I don't want to wind up with like a tattoo on one of
That'd be
my
awesome.
forearms.
But
Or you
for
just be
both,
spray painted? Couldn't we just paint over it?
it would be 5,000 credits each for each modification parts.
I am going to make a negotiation check. I'm going to be like, that seems a bit steep,
Well,
particularly
remember that you guys primarily deal with black market since you're
Right.
technically criminals.
Right.
In the inner realm, the core worlds, you have setback to that. So it'd be like that's the only downside to where you operate.
All right, that's true.
You could do a negotiation. There'd be 2 setback.
To
What's the
setback.
difficulty?
Against his negotiation, which would be 1 difficulty and 1 challenge die.
Let's see how I do.
No,
I'm gonna point out like, hey, you've had this merchandise. It's like actually before I roll, I'm like, so the stuff this gentleman ordered. I mean, did he pay you for it already?
No.
All right. So you've had this merchant. You've already eaten the cost of it, and it's been sitting around. It looks like this guy's not going to pick it up. That offsets. Actually, that offsets that. That offsets that. So I'm looking at 2 successes and a threat.
Okay.
Hear that? That's the stomach of someone who ate that unidentified bird.
This is interesting.
Was it the whiskey or the bird?
The whiskey or the bird?
What about
Bird whiskey.
They make an emerald wine here.
For threats on negotiation rolls, you increase the cost of goods purchased or decrease the value of goods sold. So,
So I made a successful negotiation roll that actually raised the
yeah,
cost.
I don't know how that works. That's why I said that was interesting.
And you can't really decrease the value of it because
No,
it is what it is.
right.
I think you rolled the negotiation on the wrong side of the transaction, it sounds like.
Well, I mean, I'm not selling this stuff to him.
Tell you what. $4,000 each.
4,000 each?
It was 5,000 each. Start with. I dropped the price to 4,000 each.
Oh, and I'm sorry, because I apparently can't read. It turns out I can't afford that actually.
Oh.
Don't you have money?
No, I do. I misread it. I misread how much I actually have. Sold. 4,000 each. I'll take it.
Okay.
You drive a hard bargain, sir, but I can see I'm negotiating with a shrewd businessman, and it's a pleasure to do business with you. I'm sure your goods are of the highest quality.
Oh, it's quite. And then at this point, this basilisk enters from the front. This is the big, six-armed,
Really, dude.
burly dude. Oh. I don't like these names.
Oh, I don't like these names. That's exactly what he says.
That's what I imagined you would say.
Who are these people? I don't like their names.
I don't like these names. Crick.
Oh. Crick.
Crick. This protocol droid has just took those two superiors' armor and weapon qualities off my shelf. He wanted to negotiate the price down, and I did. But I did not give him the caveat. This gentleman will go ahead and install those for you.
Is this the
That's right.
gentleman you referred to earlier?
Yes. Don't worry. He'll take good care of you.
It'll only hurt a little bit.
So you want him to do it, or should I?
He's bigger than Oba. He's pretty big. He's got like the dorsal shark fin.
I like him.
He cracks.
Totally.
He does this with two sets of arms.
Like Goro in Mortal
Yeah.
Kombat. Awesome.
How about it, little guy?
I kind of like this guy, actually.
Okay, go ahead.
You'll feel better afterward. You don't know.
And you like Swedish massage.
Yeah, sure. Let's get this done. You never know when it could come in handy.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take parts back to the show.
Yeah, I'll meet you back there, Captain. And I kind of, if I'm not back in an hour, send Tazio after me.
I kind of see where she's leaving the store, and he's like in front of her, and you're behind it, and your little head pops out like that. And says that.
Come out. Well, the world may not be ready, may not be at. And besides, I mean, he went to the beach.
But yeah, we're gonna change out some of the bulkier steel for like carbon fiber. Yeah. All right.
They've just served you some molten lava cake for your meal.
Delicious. I'll look around see if anyone has anything worth stealing. All the guests. Very fancy restaurant.
Roll perception.
What's the difficulty?
2. Come on, not here. What is wrong with you? Why do you have to case the joint everywhere we go?
By the way, are you armed?
Yes, unless they said not to.
Well, Alderaan's traditionally not armed. They usually do not have weapons. But I did not read anything about them like taking weapons from people. Like there are some planets where they will.
3 successes and a threat.
You might be asked to maybe remove them if you're caught with them.
Okay.
That's above you. Are you carrying that rifle around with you?
I am probably not. If she said that it's normal not to, I'm sure. I'm sure I would have tried to keep it in the room, but I wouldn't have taken it out to the restaurant.
Sure.
Or I mean, at the ship.
Yeah, there's still people. You see wallets today. Crest sticks. I mean, you see jewelry. You're seeing watches. You're seeing, or the hollow. What do you call them? Watches.
Chronographs.
Chrono.
You know, you could strike up a conversation with those people, and I could look stuff up when they're not paying attention.
Or we could just relax and enjoy our time here. They didn't do anything wrong. Why would I steal from them?
Just saying.
Don't look at me.
You have more
Just
than
saying.
anybody in this room.
Just saying.
I'm fine. You do you.
You do
You is
you.
trying to do him.
Yeah, I'm not involved.
I need a partner for this crime.
Well, she's installing stuff.
Enjoy your bird.
Joy
My bird is
on the
delicious.
notified
How's your
bird.
My bird is also delicious. This is an awesome sauce, whatever this unknown sauce is. This unidentified bird.
It's unidentified bird with awesome sauce.
It's Szechuan sauce.
Oh, man. Limited time. How do we get it?
Sorry.
I'm going to sell this on eBay for $300.
Right? Unidentified bird nuggets.
So
We went and got Space McDonald's. We think it's fancy.
you receive the bill.
Who paid $100 to get a seat?
It was each meal with the drinks, courses. It's $200 total.
Total or
Okay.
each?
Total.
Okay.
On the bill. Typically.
Okay.
Fancy meal. Pleasure. With no stealing. Let's go get here. Sorry, Mom. Hope that $100 doesn't break you.
I'm pretty sure she's already broken.
Good.
Oh.
Good. She was always a bitch. Just rescued her so my sister will talk to me.
So you don't really care that much about your sister talking to you.
Probably not. I'm kind of an ass.
I'm kind of an asshole.
In case you haven't met my character.
Well, Cinna thinks that he's great.
Yes, she does.
She really does. She thinks that he is awesome sauce.
Awesome.
Alright, since we're not going to rob the place, what are we doing?
We are eating a good meal and relaxing. What else do you want out of this?
What's next?
Whiskey?
Where are we skiing?
Gambling?
Gambling.
Where are you on the beach?
I'll play some.
So what?
Yeah, we can play some Scrabble if you want. Or we go lay on the beach.
Time of day is it?
Hmm?
Time of day is it? This is dinner, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, sun's not set yet.
I saw some blue girls out there earlier.
I saw some blue girls.
I know that's what you like.
That's
Apparently
what
you
I
don't, because
I saw some red girls out there earlier.
You still don't pay
That's what you like.
I tend to engage brown-haired human women.
all right. So your installation and your installation will take a better part of the next few hours.
My installation?
Well, with drug brain in
Yeah,
a few hours.
I'll start working on it.
You're gonna put the ship parts together first, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna put the droid brain, the
Astromech.
astro navigation droid
Okay.
brain in.
Yeah, I mean that and the shield generator takes a couple hours. few
Okay,
hours.
I will go and do the ship. Should I roll?
No, it's fine. You're rigger. It just takes some time. Back to you, Jim. So you're going gambling
Yes.
on the beach. Which one was it?
We're going to gamble on the beach.
I'm gonna gamble on the beach.
Little, like, beachfront. Little,
We
little,
gamble
you know,
with each other on the beach.
You see him playing shuffleboard, and you say, "Hey, I like that. I like the action on that guy."
Okay.
That's gotta be a beachfront casino.
There is. I just know you want to go to the beach though. So
That's tomorrow.
okay.
After we die.
Sure.
Sure.
It was the bird.
As you approach the casino, roll perception.
We need a difficulty. 7 blacks. Right. What's the difficulty?
3 difficulty.
I have a failure and a threat.
I have 3 successes and 4 threats.
Okay.
So I
Whatever
see
it
it,
was
but I
threatening.
looked in the sun for a little too long. Where you hurt
You
my
all
eye.
got successes though, right?
No, I had a failure and a threat.
Okay. Charlene, you're seeing a bit a mild conversation of a patron and one of the employees of the casino. You hear the employee's like, I don't care what your name is. And the guy's like, look, my name is Bryn Fash. I'm
Write
here
it down.
to make a contact for a deal.
Um,
This was the place my contact wanted to meet me for business. And you hear, I'm sorry, sir, there's no Bryn Fash on the list. You'll have to go.
so
His arm starts walking off.
okay. So I'll tap Tazia and say, hey, did you see that?
What?
I was like, I don't know. This guy was just kind of seems like he's a hot shot trying to get in here. Couldn't get past the doorman. So his name is Bren Flash. Have you heard of that?
Bryn Fash.
Bren Fash. Fash. Okay.
It actually sounds pretty familiar to you, Charlene.
You should roll.
I think I know who that is, but I can't recall at this time. Maybe the little voice in the back of my head will tell me. Huh.
Knowledge Underworld? Knowledge.
Yeah, should I roll?
Charwayne?
Knowledge, Charwayne.
It should be. He would only know this, I think. I don't think he shared the information.
Me?
Roll warfare knowledge.
Okay.
2 difficulty.
Warfare. What in the world am I doing with this? Okay, I'm gonna do my thing then. If it's that, works like a charm. Once per session, I can use presence rather than whatever it is I'm rolling for it. So my presence is 4, which is 3 of these. One of those. Verse 3. Oh yeah.
You guys recall by chance?
Huh?
You
Yeah,
guys recall by chance?
I know.
Do you? Okay.
I know it is.
So
Have we heard this name?
I don't know if he said that character in the name.
I have 3 successes and that's it.
Okay. Before your captain ordered you all to go to the wheel to save
Chill babies.
Uh-huh.
you had a mission.
Oh yes.
And because of the length of time it took you with the wheel, the guy hired someone else who ended up stealing it from him
Right.
by the name of Brent Fash.
Right. Right. Hey Tazia, I remember now. That's the asshole that stole the plans that I was supposed to steal from the guy that I was supposed to give them to. I'm pretty sure. I think I got that right.
That's right.
It is?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes. Let's go kick his ass.
But that's not the guy. He was looking for the guy.
No, he is the guy that stole the plans from the guy I was supposed to give them to.
Right. And what you heard was that he was meeting someone there, contact,
Oh, to sell
a
them.
buyer.
Well, that asshole isn't important enough to get in. We're in here, and his contact's supposed to be coming here. We should try to find out who his contact
Well, you're
is.
outside the casino. You haven't heard yet.
Let's go.
Oh, we saw this competition happen outside.
You were approaching the casino.
Oh, I see.
So this guy is not Brent Fash.
No,
This-
he has been fast.
He is. And he's the one that has the plans. And he's waiting to meet up with somebody. So
But he's not in the casino, so we just need to go get him.
we can pretend that we're his contact.
Okay.
Let's go get him.
Does he know who he's meeting? Let's just go
I don't
kidnap
know.
him.
You don't know that. If he knows what his contact looks like or not.
There's got to be a good way to approach this. We should probably take a second to think about it.
Tazio's missing rolls because he's slightly buzzed. So
He does what?
he's slightly buzzed, so his intelligence is all on the bird right
And
now.
he's still thinking about the boobs.
The birds.
Boobs.
Yeah, the boobs. And tried to flash him a little bit too much of the head. Yes.
Sorry.
Let's help him get in. Let's see if we
Okay.
can't get him into this casino, and maybe we can play a few games of Sabacc
Okay.
while he waits on his contact. So I'll go up to the guy at the front door and say, "Hey, what's going on? What happened with him?"
This guy's kind of like the bouncer.
Okay.
Has a nice suit. Has a holodeck. And who are you, sir?
Oh, my name is Mr. Zajik, but I'm not trying to get in. I'm just curious. What happened with that guy over there?
He was not on the list.
Oh, he wasn't?
And neither is Ajajig.
No, I didn't expect to be on the list. But will this help? No, I'm just kidding. I grind my way through everywhere.
We have money now. That's what we do.
No, I'm going to try to convince this man that he thinks that not only am I, but also Mr. Thatch are on the list.
And me.
And yeah, well, he's my guest.
What's one?
Let's see here. So in order to do that, I have to roll.
Just Jedi.
Yeah, discipline versus discipline.
I thought it was charm versus discipline.
No, the force user can make an opposed discipline versus discipline check combined with an influence power check, which means I just roll my influence.
Okay.
And I can spend white to make the target believe something lasting either one round of battle or 5 minutes.
Okay.
So enough for us to get to the door. So what's his discipline? What's the balance?
It's 1 difficulty, 1 challenge time.
Okay. My discipline is 2 yellows.
That's
I'm
not
gonna
the
grab the dude that was walking, Mr. Pash.
Violently?
So he's like storming off.
I'm gonna go over down and grab him.
Grab him.
Yeah, well, not like grab him, but I'm gonna go, Mr. Pash, there's been a mistake. Go with me.
And you all.
Get him in.
Who?
I introduced myself then. Tazio. My associate and I will help you get through the door.
I don't believe it, but I will definitely. Seeing is believing, right?
Triumph. But it washes with a threat that I have, but I have 2 light side that roll.
Okay.
So you technically have 2 successes.
So I convinced him, even whether I fail or not. But
There's also
What do you
triumph.
say to him?
I say, I believe that my friend and I are on the list. But sometimes they get my name right. Can you check Charwayne?
You said that you and your friend.
Yeah, me, my couple friends and I are. Yeah.
Just clarifying.
That's not the list you're looking for.
Yeah, that's the wrong one.
So he looks at that pad again. And he's convinced he sees your name. +2. Oh, my apologies. Here, please.
Thank you.
And he watches that happen when you approach.
So
Try it.
come on in, Mr. Fash.
Okay.
Why don't we play a game of Sabacc?
I know what happens after 5 minutes. The guy realizes you're not.
I got
Busy.
10 minutes.
Okay.
But
He's probably busy, thinking about other things.
yeah, I think I would have to interact with him again for him to realize. But I think if I had to interact with him again, he would immediately know. Like, hey,
I
wait
think
a
when we
minute.
call shit, they're gonna know something's wrong.
Yeah.
That heavily armed chiss fellow
Well, I don't have mine.
may not supposed to be here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you have your blasters on you, don't you?
Yes, until someone tells me not to. I just act like I'm supposed to have them.
So I'll call for the waitress to bring over 3 shots of Carillion whiskey,
Okay.
and we'll go sit down at the Sabacc table.
So,
If anyone asks me about my blasters, I'm gonna tell them how dare they talk like that to an Imperial soldier.
are you in it really to gamble and win stuff, or just really to talk to him? And
I think my main goal is to talk to him, but I'm ready to sit down and gamble.
okay.
I have no problem with that.
Well, I'm just saying because we can speed it up by not. rolling.
Oh yeah, we don't have to roll for gambling.
Just I can roll positive, negative, and see
Okay.
Yeah.
buy it. So
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm prepared to lose some money on this conversation.
okay,
But you can switch them for minutes while I think about my direction.
okay, that's fine.
Okay.
It's a few hours of
Let's get it.
with like
I
four
I
arms.
guess that's
You
a good
know,
route to go. If
Removing
this thing
plating.
is
and you get
fine,
nervous.
thing
You may
is
take a
fine,
couple
that's
strain
fine.
because
That's
you
gonna
get
take a
back.
while.
We'll take him with us.
Just because you don't know what's going. You're face down,
The next place
Right.
to gamble.
and he's on top of
Okay.
you.
Well, he
Like
has a contact.
you
You
feel
wanna
hands.
be there
Yeah,
with that.
you're not feeling comfortable about it. But
That's I think that's
and
the
y'all
goal.
in, you get
Be
your
there when the
superior
contact happens.
quality stuff.
Awesome. Be around for that.
Do you let him do
Because
the
it
gun
would be
too,
better
or
for
just
us
that?
to know
I'll let him do both.
Okay.
as well as getting them.
So that gives you
Right.
1 on your soak,
Do you think
Yes.
it's so that I'm
+1, and then
somewhat slim shady and
it
then
gives you +1 your
manage to stay
damage
in
and
here
lowers
even
your
if
crit
y'all
rate.
get it
Is that
done?
correct?
because I can hide.
I need kind
Yeah,
of see the
I
book,
think I would definitely be able to.
but something like
work-
that. I
try
think
to
it
work
just.
my magic
I think.
again, but I can't. I don't know if it would work. Eventually, I'm gonna go back.
Right.
Okay, let's see if we can convince this guy that
The ship.
he needs to
Yes.
Get everything
And
installed.
my
Yeah.
hard points are all used
I
up.
think that's a good
Okay.
way to go. Get him drunk. Get him vulnerable.
And you have 1 hard point left.
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
That's beyond
It is.
a lot of work on the ship.
Yes,
Where
a
you
lot of work on
You'll
ship.
have to be the one bribing people because I suck at
You
it.
get a message
I can threaten them,
Mhm.
but I
Yeah,
can't bribe them.
no problem.
Mhm.
I'll do that.
that Hanson is in town.
It's in town.
He's at the hot springs. Oh, that peak, whatever it was.
Yes.
Talk that guy down.
What was the odds?
Well, you told him.
I told him I was gonna be there. I didn't tell him what hot spring I was going to. But I
No.
guess I'm going to that one now.
We went to the most Cinna-like hot spring.
No,
You
so
still have a droid to deal with.
yeah.
He's coming back.
Yes.
The ship. So, what you gonna do?
I guess I'm waiting for him to come back, and then I'm going to go to hot spring.
Okay.
I guess he's going to hot spring with me.
Is he?
Guard the door.
Superior weapon generates an automatic advantage on all checks related to
Yes.
its use.
Okay.
And has its base damage increased by 1.
Yeah.
Why
Superior
one?
armor has encumbrance reduced by 1 and its soak value increased by 1.
So what does it automatically cost?
So my
$5,000
soak is
no
now
matter what the original
6.
cost was, and it's a superior item.
Mhm.
Oh, okay, that's pretty cool.
But you have it takes a hard point
Oh,
on
okay.
what your item you're putting it on. So
Oh,
some guns have hard points.
you add it as
Armors have hard points. You gotta make sure you buy the right armor and gun that have hard points.
I'm gonna have to look into that.
Yeah, my
Okay.
guns would both go up by 1 damage. Like I need more damage,
Holy!
and
But
then
the advantage helps you crit. quicker.
which I crit on 1 advantage.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So. No, I don't crit on 1 advantage. Both guns go off on 1 advantage.
You crit on 2, I think.
I crit on 2, and then I don't remember.
Okay.
On 3,
It's
they automatically
excessive.
reload and refire again.
Yeah, on 3 they come to life and go dance.
So your droid shows up to the
Mhm.
ship. What's a little
None of my guns go off.
Shinier.
yeah.
Do you wish to go to hot spring
crit out
with me, or are you going to stay here at the beach with Tazio and Charwayne? Maybe keep them out of trouble.
The trouble they're already in.
Getting ourselves deeply into.
I was about to ask you if you have any preference, Captain, but your second suggestion just seems to be more logical from my point of view. What do you think?
It works.
I'll go find Tazio and Charwayne and see what they're up to.
Inside the private casino.
How far is the?
Do me a favor. Make sure that I'm going to have her check and make sure that the hold-out blaster is still in the compartment. That's not disturbed.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna check.
It's
I'm
on there.
Well, so just so this doesn't come up, while we're sitting down with this guy, I turn my comm off
Okay.
because I don't want it to go off and him to hear it.
That's fine.
But your comment is it on?
Mine's on, but I can be at a different table
Okay.
scouting things.
How far is it from here to the hot springs?
It'll take you about 15 minutes ride. Pilot. I mean,
In the
land
ship?
speeder ship take you about 15. Land speeder would take you about 25. Walking would take you about half an hour.
I'm going to rent a land speeder.
Okay.
I'm going to put the droid in it.
Okay.
The astromech. I'm taking it with me when I rent a room.
But not this droid.
No.
Well, not that droid, my other droid.
The busted one.
The best one. In the parts. I'm going to make
yeah.
sure to take that in the parts and some clothes.
Okay. Bless you.
And
Okay.
I'm going to head to Hot Springs.
Sure. Sure. Okay, hot spring.
All right. I will try to contact, and if I get a dark, I remember I couldn't roll randomly.
Okay.
If it's dark, I call Charwayne first. If it's light, I call Tazio first.
Okay.
I try to call Charwayne and no one picks up. So that makes me a little concerned. So I try to raise Tazio on the comms.
Yellow.
Purple.
Tazio, hey, is everything all right? I tried to raise Charwayne and he's not answering.
Raise? No, wait, I didn't mean to raise.
The chest raises 300 credits. Do you call?
Oh. We lost money. We are at, I tell you.
Okay. We're the captain and I are done with our maintenance work, so I'll be there.
Okay, tell him you're the droid for, and I asked the gentleman that I'm playing against his name.
Sure. You're at a different table?
Yeah.
Blorn Bays.
Tell him you're the droid of Lord Bays.
I feel like I need to write that down. That's gonna come up again. That's such a stupid name. Belorn
Bays.
Bays. Get ready to create a character.
I should be there in 15 or 20
Okay.
minutes.
Alright, so. Charming.
Okay, so we are sitting playing, and the whiskeys come, and it's just us two. So I'll say, let's start off this conversation right. Cheers, Carillion whiskey.
Yeah.
Does he respond?
I really need to keep my head clear. Thank you.
No whiskey.
No.
What would you
I
prefer?
appreciate it.
What? Like, what's
What would you
I'm sorry. I'm here on business, not pleasure.
Oh, okay. Well, what you got going on?
A business transaction with a local.
Well, I mean, you weren't able to get in, so what kind of business transaction is that? You didn't prepare ahead of time?
I thought everything was set up for me.
Oh. Yeah, this guy's a shitty boss, huh? I know the feeling. I've been there. Just trying to relate.
You
So
say
you-
that, like, you feel guilty, like Cinna heard you, even though she's in a different place.
You play Sabak much?
I place wagers on done deals.
On done
Not
deals.
chance.
Okay, I like placing wagers on done deals. What kind of done deals you got?
Well, they're not done.
Well, then they're not deals, right?
I'm here to complete one.
Okay. Well, how can I get involved in this? I show them a little bit and let them know I'm serious. I want to invest.
All right.
How else am I supposed to hear about his business?
Just the angles you guys go at. It's funny. I have a prototype that I'm here to sell,
Oh yeah.
and they were supposed to invest in this idea.
Are you looking for more investors?
Possibly, this doesn't work out.
Okay. Well, I don't see one here right now. So, what's your pitch?
I'm still waiting. I'm supposed to be meeting here tonight.
Okay. Well, I don't know if I'm going to be here tonight. So you're going to pass up the second offer. You don't have to. We don't have to do the deal now. I just need to know about it.
How about I get your contact information? I reach out to you.
Okay, I'll give him the information to reach it to Tazio.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give Tazio's contact information. I say you can reach out to him. He's the one. He spoke with you earlier. If you feel like you need to reach out to me for some reason, you can reach me there.
Okay.
But after I'm gone, I'm usually gone. So, no chance you want to talk about this now?
I have a deal. If it doesn't work out, I will reach out to you.
All right. Well, I think we're leaving this casino now, so you're gonna have to come with. So I get up and start to leave, and I tap the bouncer on the shoulder as I walk out and say, "Hey, thanks for the time."
Okay.
And Tazio's still in there.
You show up.
I show up.
As you're leaving, you're showing up. You see a gold-plated 3PO unit in a blue and white astromech. enter the casino.
Do they notice me?
Nope. You're indistinguishable.
That's true.
Just go by.
I'll follow them.
Okay. Your droid is going into the casino, passing you as you're going out.
And I have no idea.
Does that make sense?
What I know, he's indistinguishable.
Well, I mean, you know setup. The way he
Okay.
walks and his mannerisms are different than other protocol droids.
We're meeting inside or outside, before or after I've left.
You're on the inside going past the bartender or the bouncer, and he's going in as it's happening. So
Oh,
you're just going inside.
okay. So
As we pass, Seth turns to you and say, "Turn your comms on, will you?"
I pull him around the corner right before I pass the bouncer, and like, shh. Like they don't know who I am here. I don't want to get in any trouble.
Turning your comm link on isn't going to.
Well, I was trying to talk to somebody. I was trying to work an angle on them, and I didn't want them to hear any conversation pop up.
Alright.
Tazio's in there. I'm gonna head out. I'll meet you guys in just a little bit. And so I continue to leave the casino, and like I said, I tap the bouncer on the shoulder, let him see me and recognize that I wasn't supposed to be in there, and neither were probably the people that I was with, and say, I'm not sure who that guy is that's sitting at that table over there. And I point to Brent. Yeah. And
Are you
then
inside or outside?
I'm still inside.
Okay.
and so I'll turn my comms on when he tells me to, and I'll calm Tazio and say, hey, you might want to hide a little bit better, or go ahead and pop on out when you see the bouncer coming in.
Okay. Bouncer hasn't moved yet. What are you doing?
I'm going to find Cassia.
Okay. Are you taking interest? Are you still watching Brent Bash? Or are you not?
Yes, I'm watching Brent
Okay.
Bash.
I don't know who Brent Fish
That's
is.
fine. The protocol droid and the astromech go to meet him.
I get closer and try to eavesdrop.
Okay. You hear, I am sorry. Our master cannot be here right now. He sends his regards. If you like to continue this transaction, he will return tomorrow afternoon. Very high British. The droid's like, I am C3PO, Cyborg Relations. My master will be here tomorrow. If you wish to complete this deal.
C3PO? Like, does C3PO? Okay. I don't know who owns them at this point, though.
And Brent's like, ah! And he like walks off.
And I'll say, always good to see another 3PO unit. Kind of give him one of these.
Because, indeed. R2, please wait. He goes after the astromech. What are you guys doing?
I'm gonna go get bread
Okay.
and tell him, hey, buddy, I heard you're having some trouble. Let's get your name on a list for tomorrow.
I'm going to have to. I can't get back in here probably. And your friend was very insistent. Is he always that way?
Yes. Always. He's very intense.
he,
Very intense.
he excels at that.
It depends on the amount of whiskey, but yes.
Okay.
But he's good to his word, so.
It seems my contact will be here tomorrow. If things don't pan out, then I will be in contact with you.
Do you want me to help you get back in here tomorrow?
Sure. I'll be down here at noon. I'm staying here at this resort.
Okay. We're going to go try to get his name on our names on the list for tomorrow.
Okay.
With, like, the receptionist or whatever.
Okay.
And just lie to her.
I will case the joint for a. In fact, I'm gonna try to catch up to the 3PO unit and the R2 unit,
Okay.
and I'll say, "Pardon me, gentle droids. I need to use a computer terminal, and I wonder if either of you might be familiar with the nearest one in this facility."
The astromech beeps and boops and tells you that there's one in the maintenance area. You notice it when it passed by.
Thank you kindly, friend. May the Maker smile upon you, and may your joints always be well lubricated. Have a good day.
That sounds awfully personal.
Yeah.
They like oil baths. Droids like oil baths.
I don't know, but I keep my joint
Joe,
lubricated.
as intense as he is, takes interest in your vernacular
Hmm.
or your voice
Demeanor.
My
Demeanor?
my vocoder, yeah.
and wants to talk about that for a bit.
Happy to oblige, friend. What can I do for you?
Well, while this is going on, you get on the list.
Yeah, well, I was asking for the computer terminal to get us on the list.
Oh. Well, you going out there now?
Well, I'll talk to. If 3PO wants to talk,
Yeah, he wants to talk.
wants to job it, I'll do that, and then I'll go off to the
I'm just
computer.
gonna lie and tell them that I'm some international Sabbat player and I'm here for the tournament.
Okay.
So no, that'll be awesome. You convince them that you are on the list, and then it'll turn out that you actually are because I put you there. That'll be
There you
great.
Roll the C. 2 difficulty.
Let me remember what my deception is. We use all these light side points we've got. Oh wait. I'm gonna have a computer get me on the list because I just rolled 3 advantages and no successes.
Well, she thinks you're really hot.
Yeah, they'll recognize your face.
It's fine. Bren says thank you. I'll see you here tomorrow.
Okay.
And as you leave, someone brings you a drink.
Nice.
It says, "This is courtesy of the lady at the bar."
I look at the bar. I'm scared.
You see a lot of them, but they're
Yeah. Which one's looking at me and winking?
none.
Which lady at the bar?
Oh my god, I'm gonna drink it anyway. Because getting knocked out sounds fun.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
Do you go to the bar?
Yep.
Okay.
I look around.
There's an empty seat
Mhm.
next to a human brunette.
Your type.
Your type. You sit down.
Yep.
Okay.
But she doesn't shoot me.
It's not Larissa.
As long as it's not a bounty hunter.
It's a bounty hunter.
You feel a pistol pressed against your side.
Mm.
I told you I'd see you again, Tazio.
What are you doing on Alderaan?
It's crowd pain.
Yeah, I asked her.
Okay. I've been following you, learning about you and your crew. But I'm not here to kill you or take you in. I have a business proposition. You now have 2 bounties on you. I'm not sure if you're aware of that.
No.
No.
Who's the other one from?
Well, you had, 50,000 credits when this all started?
Mhm.
Balrasa grows impatient, raised it to 75,000 credits.
Still not that much.
You know my ex is worth 100.
Well, funny you say
got 2
that.
million.
Your ex, Larissa Strong, has an employer who goes by the name of Vipa. Did not like your hands being into the Jewel of Yavin. So you have a bounty for the Vipa of 100,000 credits.
Sounds like someone I need to kill.
It's 175,000 credits.
How can I help you?
Die.
My other contact, Quintara's Bar, is interested in your associates, Mr. Jajic.
Yes.
2 million credits is a lot more than 175,000 credits.
So it is.
And I can retire easily from that. So my proposition is, you turn over your friend, and we forget about this bounty. And I walk away and never bother you again. Think about it.
Alright.
And then she hands you a contact card, and walks away. That is fascinating. That they did that to your vocal?
Yeah, well, you know how it is. Our speech patterns are reprogrammed to best fit in with our employment environments. Perish forbid any of us ever wind up working for Jawas, but then we'd be all Houdini all the time. So
Astromech's like,
so yeah, my voice was modulated to suit my employer's parameters, or so it would seem. I've gotten used to it, tell you the truth.
the Astromech makes a lot of peeps and poops, and you understand it.
Of course.
As 3PO.
It's like a second language.
It's very funny, R2. I know they would change my voice if they can do it, but I will not let them. And then R2 is insisting that he says some other beeps and boops, and it's like, I know we have a mission. I am terribly sorry. My friend here wants to go.
Not at all. You do you, pal.
You know.
Always a pleasure to talk to you to it like another 3PO unit, like I said, and always pleasure to work with Astromech droid, even if it's for directions. If y'all are ever out on the outer rim, look us up.
At this point, R2 is like nudging
Yeah.
3PO to go because this is his worst nightmare.
Right. So it's like my ship's called the Devil's Gambit.
Okay.
Safe, clear skies, friends.
It was nice to meet you.
R2's got a clawed dragon.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go
He's
find a
zapping
computer
him.
terminal.
In the butt.
Yes.
I'm gonna go
Yeah.
find a computer terminal that R2 mentioned in the maintenance bay. We'll just kind of wander in there nonchalantly, and which is probably a cool role, right?
Yeah. No, just go into your computers. You're indistinguishable.
What is my difficulty?
You just want his name on the list. Your names.
Yeah, I'm setting. Just putting us on the list.
Okay.
With Bren Flasher.
Right.
Yeah.
I know what we've talked about that. It's on the data pad.
I would say 2 difficulties, 1 setback, just for the pressure of people walking by and
Sure.
being in there into the list.
Sure, I can do that.
I think I had a bunch of advantages in my last roll. I can probably give you a boost.
We weren't anywhere
He
close
was-
to each other.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
So that offsets. So I need a better roll. Right now I got a failure and 2 advantages if I get to roll this again because I've got 3. So that offsets. I have no successes and 3 advantages.
Okay.
Which is isn't that
Exactly
what
what
you
I
had?
had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got a gun to my back. What do you get?
Yeah. Threats.
No threats.
Oh. You put him on the list.
Yeah, it's not too hard.
It takes you a little longer to get in there, and it's sloppy.
Yeah,
Probably
because
sloppier than
people keep passing, and I have to turn away from the
Right.
pretend whistle, pretend I'm not doing anything.
Before we get to you in the break,
Mhm.
what you done?
I'm gonna go find my friend and tell him we have troubles.
Okay.
We have troubles.
What happened?
You know that bounty hunter that nearly killed us all?
You have to be more specific. Sorry.
The one that we locked in the meat locker for weeks?
Yes.
She's here. And she
Why?
wants you.
Why didn't you kill her?
We're in the middle of a casino.
I mean,
And she's a better shot than me.
well,
It seems like it would hurt your pride to admit that.
let's get in touch with the captain and regroup. But we need to come back here to this evening.
Oh, we've got it fixed for tomorrow.
Oh, fantastic. Well, let's go meet up with the captain, see what she thinks, and we'll come out back here tomorrow.
You go to the ship.
Yeah, I catch up with them.
Hey, set
I'm
up.
gone.
Cinna's not there.
I'm gone.
Is
Did
the
you
ship
leave a
there?
note?
What?
Did you leave a note for them?
I said going to Hot Spring. Feedback. A few days.
Few days.
Took Droid with me.
I knew she was going to do that. I went ahead and put her on the list anyway, just in case.
Okay.
You took the droid with you to the hot springs? The one that doesn't work? Why?
Let's go stay in my room. It's relaxing for me to fix things.
Oh, I see. You're
You know, when I am not having the sex, I be fixing the droid.
Or in the hot springs.
Yes, or in the hot spring. That's nice too.
Besides, it can like hold her drink, you know. She can just like it can stand next to her lounge chair. She can put the drink on its head.
There you go.
There you go.
Okay.
So we'll try. I'll try to reach the captain by
How
com.
much would it cost for me to rent just a little land speeder for a few days?
Here, it's a nice land speeder. You know, it's not junky.
Yeah.
250.
To rent it? Okay. 250.
Probably fully enclosed and all, air conditioned.
It's not good.
There was deposit of 500. We get that back if it's not damaged.
Okay, so the deposit of 500. Hopefully it's not damaged.
Not yet.
That though.
Ignore the states in the back seat.
Whoa! On that note, we're taking a break.
Good night,
Get right back, everybody.
Oh, by the way, I meant to show you this. So this is the starter deck. I got it Gen Con.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
No, actually that's not true. This is the starter deck I got at Gen Con. I got that one. I got the fire deck at Saltier. They were giving them away, and I'm like, oh goody! I wanted to get a fire deck, and
These are definitely different because there's a rare card in here. Oh, these
Mom's
are
a rare
cool.
card.
Your
There's
mom's a rare card.
They're cool. Oh, this is actually a fun little deck.
fairly decent vampire-based deck.
Yeah.
All right, so we're back.
Mhm.
Hi.
Hi.
That looks like fun. I'll have to get some magic going sometime.
Right here.
Right here, right now.
Well, not now.
Oh.
Okay.
Hot spring.
Yes, the hot spring. I'm going to get a room.
Okay.
I'm going to rent a suite.
Okay.
How much would a suite cost for a few nights?
Resort Suite, Hot Springs.
Yes.
2,500.
2,500
Yes.
for a few nights or per night?
Per night.
Okay. I can get it for 2 nights. It better be nicer in the other room.
Well, it has some fancy, like, name. I don't know. It's not, like, cheap sounding.
It is the Twin Moon Suite.
Sure, or something like that. There's no heart-shaped bed.
That's good. Is
There's
that
no
water
hot
bed?
tubs.
Is there like a water bed?
There's not even, like, you put a credit machine and it vibrates the bed.
Okay, it's nice.
Yes.
Nice room.
Tasteful.
I send Hagsum a note thing saying my room number.
Okay.
And I start working on droid while I wait.
Not getting cleaned up and ready and in nice clothes.
No.
No.
All oil and dirty and...
Which is sexy.
To who?
Mm.
Your heads?
He's a pilot, he understands.
Okay. So knock on the door.
I finish what I am doing so that I am not leaving loose wires or anything. And then I go answer door.
Okay. Standing doorway
Mm-hmm.
is an odd one.
Mm-hmm.
Scarred face.
Mm-hmm.
He looks kind of on edge.
Mm-hmm.
Like not sure what to make of this yet.
I'm told. Please come in. I stand up. Wait, so he can come into the room.
He looks around the room.
There's no one else here. I have droid, but it's not functional at the moment.
Why did you bring a droid to resort? Oh, sorry. Why did you bring a droid to the resort? Okay, get back to the voice.
I like working on mechanics. I mean, the hot spring will be relaxing, and I look forward to spending some time with you. But I like fixing the droid. I think it's fun.
So he enters. He's got his hand on his gun.
But it's fine. You don't need to be on edge. You can look around. Go ahead. Look everywhere. Look under bed. Look and
He does. He looks. He does a thorough search of the.
He's looking for
suite.
the missing
while
Casio.
he's doing that, I go back to working on the droid. Calmly. Let me know when
It's
you're
not that I don't trust you.
Let me know when you're satisfied.
I don't trust the
Say.
company you keep.
I don't trust the company you keep either, so at least we're equal on that front.
So he makes it around to the astromech
Mm-hmm.
and starts fucking at
Mm-hmm.
You're not warning me.
her. Gasp. And then Tazio jumps out.
And his new buddy, the bounty hunter chick.
Pew pew.
Sorry about Charwayne. I gotta do a hottie.
Oh, poor
2
Charway.
million credits. Well, new character.
Okay.
So what's the story about this droid?
It belonged to Six.
Sex.
6.
Six.
You know, I have searched all over for Tazio and that sheep that he left him. That,
Cat's ball?
I don't think he knows the calls. Well, that's written on the ship,
What'd
wasn't
you
it?
say?
Mm-hmm. It's written on the ship, but that doesn't mean that he would have read it.
Sure. He would know the model over the. I can't type. That VCX 100 light freighter.
Well, you probably will not find the freighter.
Oh,
And Tazio's not with the freighter. Anyway, so the freighter would be no good to you. You'd find it, and there'd be no Tazio. Do you think I'd let Tazio keep ship like that?
still charged. 1 and 1.
I have 2 successes.
Wow, nice.
You calm down, man.
Somebody's getting laid.
The ship did not belong there. I know it belonged to Unrelenting.
He doesn't recognize. He didn't recognize the name 6,
Okay.
but he doesn't know who. He knows who flew the ship when they had it.
Mm.
You returned it to the Deveronian.
Was that Veronian? It was flying the ship when it was found.
We stole it.
I figured as much. Did he make it out, or is he in jail? Did you catch him?
Let me see. All I know is that this Deveronian came in like his big saber swinging around like he owned the place.
That would be 6.
Valrasa did not like it much,
Probably not.
but we don't know what happened to the Deveronian.
He got away from you?
Very quickly,
Yes, that is very much like him.
but we kept the ship.
Yes, I returned it to who it belonged to. It did not belong to Deveronian.
Belongs to Valrasa.
It does not belong to Belrasa.
It does now.
Well, technically we took it from him, so it no longer belongs to him no more.
Fair enough.
He took it from 6. 6 took it from someone else. We took it from him. Now it belongs to who we gave it to. But no, Tazio does not have that ship. I just could not fly 2 ships at once. I am a good pilot, but I am not that good of a pilot.
You could have sold the ship. You have a big heart. And he starts looking around again. But for something to drink, there's a wet bar.
They should have rum. I remember that is what you wanted last time.
This is one of those we have to swipe key card,
Mm-hmm.
open the fridge, and every time you pull one out, it costs charges the room.
That's fine. I tossed him the key card.
Okay.
Get whatever you like.
He drinks it all.
What's your third tab gonna be? 10,000 credits.
I don't care.
He starts slow.
Strictly, would you like to go down to Hot Spring? It's very nice. Or would you like to spend some time in this room?
Brown chicken, brown chicken.
He sits down with his drink and starts looking at the droid again.
Mm-hmm.
Do you need some help?
You may help if you wish. Are you familiar with mechanics and inspecting droids?
I've had my share of astromechs.
Mm-hmm. Most pilots have. Yes.
So he'll spend the first evening
Mm-hmm.
with you helping you fix your droid.
Aw, that's sweet. That's all romantic.
So you can talk the
Mm.
rest of the night. So
Okay.
we can work that out later.
Yeah.
Now, you three at the ship.
I tell him what's going on. This chick wants you now
What'd she offer you?
to let me live.
To let you live?
I'm evidently worth a lot of money now. Just not $2 million.
Yeah, you get there one day. Tap him on the head.
Yeah, look at me. I'm more sensitive. I'm worth $2 million.
Well, let's make sure that we don't have to cause a big scene. We don't want anybody else after us here and any more bounties on our heads.
I think it kind of goes like her shot, us dead, end of scene.
Well, where
So-
where is she now?
Good luck seeing her. She's like invisible.
She's like it.
She's only seen when she wants to be seen.
But congrats, I brought you a drink.
Well, what do we need? What do we do? We need to meet up with Bren Fash tomorrow, but we can't just go out in public randomly running around if this bitch is going to be trying to kill us.
We could. The best thing for us to do is to lie low, and the best way to do that is to be someplace where where we wouldn't be expected to be found.
Just wake into Alderaan.
Yeah, look how well that turned out.
Lord knows how she found us on Alderaan.
So I'm gonna suggest the casino has a hotel associated with it, right?
Yeah.
So probably the last thing you're going to expect. So if we should book ourselves a room at the hotel for the casino, and under a assumed name, and try to get into there in as much of a clandestine fashion as possible, and that way no one would know to look. No one would know to look for us there. We can set the ship's defenses. No one's going to. This is Alderaan. No one's going to go blasting their way onto our ship.
We could use the name Tiva Devore.
I'd rather use a name. I'd rather pull a name out of a
Generator?
Generator. Okay.
I was gonna
let's-
say out of
Yeah.
out of a headgear.
Out of thick air.
Yeah.
How about we use Daro Brandolph?
Brindle.
Whatever.
Brandolph. Yeah. Daro Brandolph.
We
For
can
who,
use
you?
Brandolph Scott.
Huh?
You aliases?
Yes.
Well, that's what we're gonna put the room under that name.
Oh, okay.
2 guests.
And a droid.
1 guest and a droid.
And when they ask you for ID to check in,
He'll tip him.
I will show them the right ID.
Well, no, you can send your trusty protocol droid to check in for you.
That's exactly what we'll do.
We'll check in online.
Well, and that's kind of my plan. My plan now is to make a computer check and try to get that all set up.
Okay, go ahead.
How's my difficulty on
2.
Stand back, fellas. Those are many threats. I've already got a success Yeah, I've got a success and a total of 1 threat.
Okay.
The room is conveniently located right next to the bounty hunter.
Yeah. Well, no, it's probably not a great.
door.
It's probably not a great room.
You're like half asleep because we're knocking at the door.
Yes,
Hello, I'm right
no,
next door.
Because
I'm
I just
peeing in the middle
saw
of the night,
Planes,
she opens
Trains,
the
and
bathroom
Automobiles
door.
again. It has 1 bed.
Oh no.
I have a feeling your threat's gonna be a lot worse than that.
It's just 1 threat.
He's just like
He's the one.
he's got those 5 dark side that he hasn't been using. I feel like he's
You mean 7?
Well, he's just using them like
Okay, roll
his
another
mind,
computer
everybody.
check,
Yeah,
and this
see?
time add a setback to hide your traces. So, you know,
All right.
tracks.
hide your tracks.
Same difficulty though.
Flip
That's
side.
There's a success. Those offset each other. So we're looking at 1 success, total of 3 successes.
Okay. All right, so you get a room.
I'm gonna stay in the hotel.
So what's your plan for Brad?
We're meeting him here tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna try to
His
stay.
name is already on the list, so he should be able to get in.
We'll have him meet us at. I don't know if I'll have him meet us in our room. We'll meet him at the bar.
Okay.
And try to stay inconspicuous, and we'll leave set up to be our like lookout to go into rooms before we go in to check them because nobody's even seen him doing this deal with us or anything. So he can check around for the girl and whatnot, make sure everything's safe. Keep an
Invisible
eye
bounty
on
hunter.
us. Yeah.
Okay.
Is that okay with you, setup?
Sure.
You guys get rest, you can recover strain.
Yay.
You gain 2 strain. Just kidding.
I'm so sore.
No, I just you just talk all night.
Is that all that happened?
Yes.
Yes,
Is that
just
all that
First
happened?
night.
Snuggling compartment.
First night.
Snuggling compartment.
Her plan is not to sleep with him to submission. It's to do something else. So
Impregnate him to submission.
no.
I don't think that they're compatible. I don't think she can have his babies.
I think if it has nipples, you can milk it.
I think that he is an amphibian and she's a mammal.
Cat.
Sorry.
Biological.
I do not think that they're compatible for breeding.
Maybe we'll find out.
Star Wars is a strange universe.
It is.
He is an amphibian, and I am definitely not an amphibian. I'm a mammal.
Just lay your eggs on the bed.
Oh my god.
That's how it works, right? He's amphibian.
Someone still needs to talk to Tazia about the birds and bees.
I think you might have them mixed up a little bit.
I do not have eggs. Well, I do, but I do not lay them.
Oh Lord. Let's get back to the story.
We're gonna teach somebody something tonight.
Uh,
The goal of the show.
Not only is it fun, it's also educational.
The more you know.
so your plan is just to talk to him.
This background noise is getting me. Every time
Sorry,
it goes,
it's
no, it's
the
okay.
It's funny,
Every time it goes through, yeah. It's like, is there somebody dying at the bar?
I'll try to find something else.
It's a really bad hangover.
Yeah, I guess, man. That guy's having a rough time.
The bounty hunter is still somebody.
Yeah.
She shipped
She shipped him.
Jeez.
Oh, this is- that sounds weird. I don't know what that
It's
is.
like
You
ambient
hear a
noise.
strange humming noise.
Yeah, it's like ambient starship noise.
Yeah. You're in a high rise, so you're just hearing
That
stuff.
constant
go by.
hum
Yeah,
go by.
maybe, I don't know.
It's this song.
With occasional
It's a
whistles.
song.
Yeah, it's music.
Wow.
That's okay. You can put on the groaning guy. It's probably what it's like.
That's probably what it's like.
It's just sometimes he does that, and I'm like, get it, get that stuff out, and you put more back in.
He lost all of his. He started out with 50,000 credits, and he just lost his last credit, and I gave it to Bob.
This is the music played during Cinna's night.
Let's get it on.
Doing tribal dances.
Yes, sure. No. I'm just kidding. It's not tense night.
So then that's night of
Talking.
talking.
So anyway, what's the plan?
We
with
tell
Frank
each other
Back?
all our hopes
You
and
suffered
dreams.
3 strain.
His contact will be there tomorrow afternoon.
Okay.
He tells me his deepest fantasy, and I suffer
I'm
3 strain just from knowing his deepest,
Assuming
darkest
It's
fantasy.
killing me in various ways.
I'm assuming you're wanting to get the package.
Yes.
Yeah, but we also want to know who it is that's trying to purchase it.
Okay.
I think it's important that we know both. We have both.
Okay.
And not get shot.
What?
And not get shot.
And not get shot.
So
pretty
the
high priority.
resort has a very nice tropical breakfast bar. Would you like to attend that morning?
The breakfast? No.
You're going to
Some
send the
cats
robot
in my
down to
room.
get you
Okay.
some, aren't you?
Well, before we do anything, any room we go into,
There's some unidentified.
Bird eggs.
Bird eggs.
Bird
Like,
eggs.
unidentified scrambled
Pork
bird
product?
eggs. Okay.
Pork product?
Set up. I need you to do me
Unidentified
a
sausage,
favor.
but I guess that's all sausages.
It's
Can you please go down and check out this breakfast? and
Nerf
see
sausage.
Yes,
there
Nerf
is
sausage.
anybody there that might cause us any harm?
he knows what she looks like.
Okay. Will you go see if I didn't write her name down.
Yeah, you're going to have to narrow that one down for me.
What's her name?
You know, it's the girl we held in the meat locker for like a week.
Oh, yeah, her, yeah.
Pain or whatever. her
Yeah,
name
I'll,
is.
yeah, sure. I could check out for her. It just, he said, that was pretty broad parameter there.
Anyone that wants to do us damage. That's
Everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, will you go check and see if she's down there?
So we've got the planetary population minus.
Two.
Sure, yeah. I'll give you like three bleeps on the comm link if the coast is clear.
Okay, 3 bleeps it is.
So I'll take the lift down and scope out the continental breakfast area.
Okay.
Do I see our quarry, or
Do
the
not
person
see
we
crowd
don't
paint.
want to be quarry of? So I will make a perception check.
Okay.
I'm gonna make a perception check to see if there's any place that she might be. Yeah, I'm gonna make a perception check for her. There's almost certainly cameras because it's a hotel.
Mhm.
So I'm going to look around for the camera setup, and in particular, see if I can spot someplace that might be a blind spot in the surveillance. Place that's not very well covered.
So you're slicing into a network.
No, I'm just gonna kind of like
Eye?
casually glance around the room, try to pick up where the cameras are, and sort of deduce if there's a spot that's not like this table is sort of halfway in between both of them, so not very well.
Okay.
It's my difficulty.
Your voice will be back. He had a hangover this morning.
You what?
The creature will be back in a minute. He's having a hangover.
Oh. Wait, the creature.
No, you always make a comment about the sound effects.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
How's the difficulty on that perception roll?
2. Well, that's 3. It's crowded this morning.
Is the ceiling crowded?
Not the ceiling, no. The restaurant's crowded. You're searching around for nooks and crannies, and
No, I'm looking around for cameras.
how about you said looking for like spots?
I was thinking about
Where
doing
the
that,
cameras
but I decided
don't
that
show.
it's
Okay.
more it's more important to look. I'm gonna like take in what I'm sure there are surveillance cameras.
That's 2 then.
So I'm gonna see where the cameras are, and in doing so, I'm gonna try to deduce if there's a seat that they could sit in. That's so if she's watching by camera, like the one that she's least likely to see that. And my perception is 2 of these and 1 of these. So we succeed with that offsets. We succeed with an advantage on that.
There are cameras in all 4 corners of the rectangular room,
Mhm.
the restaurant. And there's actually, you can tell like the feed, those pipes that run along, what cables would be, and you can see they all go back to one room.
It's a really secure breakfast.
Well, that makes sense.
It is a
It's
hotel.
a restaurant, resort. Keep the riffraff out.
Keep the riffraff out of here.
In case somebody comes in for a nice dinner and they eye the place, you think to steal.
Who would do that?
I don't know.
What kind of bastard would do that?
The riffraff, that's
All right.
who.
Someone's enjoying some unified chicken
All right,
or
I
bird cordon bleu.
Unidentified bird.
Unidentified bird, cordon bleu.
Unidentified.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna send them the. I'm gonna give them the all clear signal on
Okay.
Tom Link.
I thought it was 3 clicks.
3 bleeps, yeah.
Bleep, bleep,
Do
bleep.
you keep an eye on the feed?
Oh man, I could use some breakfast. Do you want to go down there?
What's your plan?
My plan actually, my plan actually is twofold. I'm going to see if I can get, I'm going to see if I can actually get back to the security room.
Okay.
I like where your head's at.
Start trouble.
Well, actually, no. You know, she's
Do
she's
Yes.
probably not physically in the security room because
Yeah,
it's.
but you could watch the videos then rather than walking.
I can
You can
hack
cherry
it.
spray
It's a
your
lot
videos.
easier for me to hack it.
There are also a lot of feeds coming from outside the building into the same room.
Right.
It's not just the cameras. There are more lines feeding into that room.
Right. I'm going to go to the same terminal that I accessed before.
Okay.
And I am going to make a computer check. Not so much to access the feeds, but to see if anyone else is accessing the feeds.
Okay.
What was my difficulty going to be on that?
3.
I
This is the breakfast. Are you guys coming down for breakfast?
Yeah.
Yeah, we decided we are.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, and if she's watching, there's nothing we can do. Again, you know, she's probably not going to come into breakfast guns blazing. But I'd
Who
like
knows?
to.
Maybe it's
But
her
she
like
could come to
morning
breakfast with
routine.
All right.
poked against spine.
So
Some
I'm going to
people do morning
succeed.
Pilates. She does for morning kills people.
So I'm going to succeed on the. I get to roll 3 proficiency dice. I've rolled 2, and I've got a success and a triumph.
Okay.
I have got 4 threats. One of them's offset so far. Let's see how I do here. Oh, goody! So actually, it is a success, a triumph, and a threat.
Okay.
And to see,
Roll it again. How many threats did you have?
I
One.
netted 1 threat unless the triumph offsets a threat.
There's no offset threat.
Okay, so fortunately I got 2 more advantages that
In
offset.
order to wait, what?
So I have a success, a
threat.
triumph, and a threat to see if someone else
Okay.
is tapping the feed.
Roll computers again with a 3, but with a setback to hide your presence.
Great.
That's what the threat will do. And then I'll tell you what you find in your event.
All right. Give me a second.
Triumph. She left her secret location posted somewhere in front of a camera screen.
Triumph ought to buy us something.
Threat.
Or
Yeah,
she'll
well.
be naked without guns.
Naked. All guns.
I have no successes. I have 2 threats.
Then knows your own system.
You're seeing a lot of feeds, not only at the restaurant. The restaurant, okay, outside the spaceport, there is a new ship. And outside the ship, like going in and out of it, is a droid you recognize. And the ship looks like it just arrived. It's like got steam coming off its hydraulics and stuff like that. Like it's been here for maybe 20 minutes.
Who is this droid I recognize?
droid wears like a caped side. He's got
Ah.
a monocle and a metal mustache.
All the bounty hunters.
All the fun.
We're like Alderaan. No one will ever think of Alderaan, and they all psychically
So-
project to
and-
themselves.
and
The
this
dude is
ship-
there.
No, there's
This ship
something
is-
going on.
This ship is tapping the video feed of the hotel, or
No.
or it's
You're
tapped in-
seeing, you're tapping into the security feed. You're seeing that the starport feeds in this room.
Okay.
So you're getting a starport feed, but you're seeing the ship as they're docked.
Aha.
No one else is in there.
Okay.
I'm telling you what you're finding.
Okay.
You're trying.
Right.
Enjoying breakfast. You're seeing a bunch of humans. A couple other handful of different species. But what really stands out to you is that there is a towels sitting at a table across from a very pale-looking human female
She's very hot.
enjoying breakfast.
She's very sexy.
What is this?
I don't know if you're aware of them, but they stand out
They do not look like they
amongst
belong on
the
a
other people in the restaurant.
Well, they're mostly humans. Probably.
They're mostly humans, probably. There's just a few here and there, but they really stand out. I mean, if you roll xenology on the towels, I can tell you
Sure, I'll roll.
a little bit about them.
I'm a smart fellow. What's the difficulty?
3. Do you know what set they're in? Yeah.
No. I can find out.
I failed to recognize them because I've got a failure.
Okay.
Well,
So
it
they
doesn't
don't-
matter.
Convenient.
Well, I can't give you specifics. However, they are very furry, like more so than a Wookiee. And in
He's
a
obviously furry.
warm environment as Alderaan is in currently, it's probably uncomfortable. They're not very warm climate creatures by the look of them. Do you agree?
All right. So I will return to.
I mean, there was one on Tatooine, I guess, so I guess it doesn't matter.
Maybe he was uncomfortable all the time.
Maybe.
That's why he was so grumpy.
Yeah.
I will return to the breakfast area.
Okay.
I will.
At this point, these guys are down there now.
That's right. You know,
Or
I'll
cap.
go over where they're like
Unidentified bird egg.
where they're having their unidentified bird egg omelets, and I'll say, gentlemen.
Gentlemen.
No, I
We're
mean
wearing
really.
full regalia.
No, not you. I'm like, not you guys. The gentleman, the bounty hunter, little
What?
boat, little. Remember that droid with the monocle?
You know the droid.
Mr. Peanut looking man.
What's a peanut?
Okay, so I had myself a little look-see into the video feed. It occurred to me that it's a pretty public place. It occurred to me the vulnerability, you know, and I kind of like jerked my head at the security cameras as a, you know, if it were me, I would be tapping. I wouldn't be surveilling the room in person. I'd be tapping the video feeds. Well, apparent from what I could tell,
That's
from what
how
I
he
could
gets
tell,
us. Cameras.
no one's. From what I could tell, no one else had that idea. There was no one else in the system. But as a little bonus, some of the cameras in the security room feed from the starport, and I saw our little friend. So
The gentleman.
the gentleman, the droid, bounty hunter.
Why are all these people here?
Well,
They're
before it
coming
was a
out of
robot,
the-
I was assuming it was Dark Force.
They're coming out of the woodwork. That's for sure. So
Because there's no way they could have followed us here. Because if we arrived here, they would have been
Karada
like,
followed you.
Mhm.
She's the one that's been keeping tabs on you.
how do you follow a ship through hyperspace?
There's
Yeah.
ways.
their way.
Are there?
You can follow the tracing of a ship.
This is probably looking
So I'm
at.
just saying, be on your guard.
There's a lot of people here that want to kill me.
Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't be down here.
Don't you need these super secret plans for your super secret mission club?
You should take your super secret bacon and get back up to the room.
Super secret bacon.
Yes, I need these really bad. What should we do?
I can't get them without you.
All right, let's go.
I'm not
Well,
that good.
Until such time as we need to make the scene at the casino, you need to lie low. I mean, you shouldn't be out here you shouldn't be out here right now. Just take your plate, nice and casually. Don't make a scene. Just saying.
Who would be the most logical out of three of you?
Huh?
Be the most what?
Logical.
Me. I've got to
Following point A to point B.
me. I'm a machine.
Kravada had a message on her data pad from Quintara Svar.
And
Contact who wants to pay her $2 million.
Right.
and the gentleman was working for Quintana Svar.
Right. We know that.
Yeah, that's-
But just making it clear.
he's
Why
yeah.
they're
He's,
there. She told them.
Yeah, these people know I'm here and are sending in reinforcements.
I couldn't take her along.
Well, you're gonna have to figure out something because I can't be down here, or I'm not going anywhere.
How badly do you want these plans?
Less than I want to live. Really bad. I need these plans, but I need to live too. That doesn't do me any good if I'm dead. I kind of stand up, I grab my plate, and I skedaddle off back up to the room. Put the plate back, and then hop in the elevator and go back up to the room.
so Tazia, does your playmate know that you guys are trying to make contact with this? Wait a minute, is Blorn Bays? Is that his name?
Nope. Nope. That was the name we gave you to get the building. Bren Fasher.
Blorn Bays. I love that name.
Bren Fash.
So does your playmate know that you're trying to make contact with this fried
I don't know
fish
what
guy?
she knows. I didn't go talk to her about anything except, the gun in my back.
But you didn't mention his name,
Mm-mm.
and he didn't talk.
And I
to
wasn't sitting with him.
Right. And you weren't sitting with him. So maybe the thing to do is to
It's not
try.
like she necessarily knows we're going to be here at noon.
There's that. And
Except she's evidently psychic.
you said
Except
yes.
for she's evidently psychic.
Dark Force.
Did you mention in setup to presence that Fried Fish has a room at this hotel?
Who is fried fish?
That guy.
No, he doesn't.
Fash.
Fash.
He doesn't. He was trying to get into the casino.
Okay.
He does not have a room here. He will be showing up at noon to do business with an unknown party
Right.
that has those two droids with him.
So I think our best, and it's only breakfast time now. I think our best play is to get to him before then. I guess the trick is going to be finding him. Do we know where does?
And we gave him our contact information, but we didn't get his. Because we're smart like that.
I was gonna say, yeah, the trade craft isn't great on that one, but we'll talk about that another time.
And in time, he'd tell you where baby comes from.
Not me. Need someone biological.
Cinna,
Yes.
are you sleeping at this point?
I guess.
It's morning. They're having breakfast.
Sure. I'd sleep. I'd let him sleep in the bed with me. I don't care. You can sleep on the couch or the bed or whatever.
In the shower, depending
Throughout
on
the night, you guys managed to get the droid to 95% completion.
Okay. Does it give out that random thing again with my dad whacking him with a stick?
Kentu is a little put off by it. He doesn't understand it.
I'm not quite sure I understand it either, but
But throughout the night, he falls asleep on the couch
okay.
by the droid because he's working on it after you passed out.
I put a blanket over.
Or you may have said you're going to bed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to bed.
No, that's
And then you came back to check on him and he was asleep.
Oh, that's fine. She put a blanket over him.
Okay.
She tuck him in.
So morning time,
Uh,
unless you have more questions about that message.
I mean, she would look at it, but she would I wouldn't understand how I would get any more from it than what I saw.
You have to probably complete it. Enjoy.
Yeah.
So you're sleeping in.
Mm-hmm.
You get a message on your tab pad.
Mhm.
This is flashing.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping.
Better check it.
It's the woman from the dock.
Mm-hmm.
Her name, set it right down.
I got it.
Trader.
Yeah.
What?
Castana Vitri.
Yeah.
She's wondering if you cleared a Twi'lek by the name.
Quintaurus.
Nope. Tannen Arar
Uh-huh.
to work on your ship. She didn't see your crewmates anywhere around.
She's going to immediately send back. No, I have not given anyone permission to work on ship.
He thinks he's quite the smooth talker, is what she said in the message.
Have him arrested. So she's gonna stand back. She's gonna send that back.
She doesn't have the authority to do that. She'll probably try to stop him, but
Mhm.
he'll just talk himself out of it.
I'm going to get up and I'm going to contact setup.
Okay.
Captain.
There is someone trying to tamper with ship. Go make sure he no tamper with ship no more.
Aye.
I think that it is
And I'm
Quintaurus.
talking to you. Well, this that.
I think that it is Quintaurus Var. He may be trying to put tracking or bombs or something on ship. Make sure there's no tracking or bombs on ship.
Big job, but I'll get right on it. All right.
So I
Well,
guess we're leaving.
well, I'm leaving. You may need to babysit Tazio.
Charmaine.
You have
He's
your,
in the room.
or I'm sorry, you may need to
I'm in my
babysit
room.
Charmaine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not around.
You
I
went
mean,
up to your room. We were still down in the breakfast area,
It's
right?
not afternoon yet, so.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know where everybody is. There's two
I know,
people.
I'm just saying.
You still have your
he doesn't to
weapons,
wait for
right?
restaurant.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
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 2 hours.
No one has stopped me. I still have weapons on me.
All right. Well, I've got things to do. So good luck. And I'm gonna I'm gonna take a tram or whatever.
Technically, my
fastest
weapons
way.
could be hidden in my coat, I think.
I think you have one compartment in your coat
Maybe. I don't remember.
that it gives you like a double setback.
Okay.
I think it just gives. He's got a compartment that
I know, but if they try to search them, they have a setback from trying to
find
the
it.
weapon.
Yeah, okay.
But no one's even searched me. They just have ignored the fact that I carry weapons.
Yeah.
They're not really thinking about it right now. They may soon.
Well, I start shooting people.
So you're going to the. Where are you going?
Post haste. And I told him that the captain wants me back at the ship. If he
I
didn't
feel like
hear
he's
it.
safe in the fake room. So I think I'm gonna leave him in the fake room and stay down here.
Okay. Ballsy. You get to the spaceport, and you go look at the ship.
Yeah, absolutely. Is there,
Make a mechanics check.
okay. Well, first of all, do I see a Twi'lek?
You see the human woman that she was dealing with earlier.
Right. I will.
Speaking with Twi'lek, and he walks off.
I will go speak to her, and I will say, "Was that the guy?
Yes.
What do you have to say for himself?"
He says he's a friend of the captain's.
Captain doesn't have any Twi'lek friends. Would I recognize Quintaurus Var?
No.
Okay.
Because you were being talked up at the celebration,
Right.
the winning circle, while she was talking to him.
Did I get a good look at the guy?
I mean, as soon as you saw her, he turned around and started walking.
Right. So I just know, like, if
You can see his color of his.
yeah, what color? If he's like blue or green.
Yeah,
Right.
what stripes and stuff on his Liku.
All right. Well, did you get an idea of how long he might have been skulking around the ship here?
About a half hour.
That's not great. All right. Well, I am going to pay her 500 credits And I'm
Yeah.
going to say it's really useful information. You know, if at any time we're not around, if you continue to keep an eye on our baby here and let us know directly if anything similar happens, I'd certainly appreciate it.
Okay.
That's so I paid Castana Victory.
And as you're about, or you're going to check the ship.
I am now,
Okay.
yes. Because, like you said, we needed a friend. We need a friend here in the spaceport.
A worthless friend. We can't even get people arrested.
How long and how thorough of a job do you do searching the ship?
I don't like what I just heard one little bit. And as far as I'm concerned, like it's just after breakfast time, right? And nothing's happening with them, so far as I know, until noon. So I'm going to go like right up till I'm going to go right until the time that if I was needed, I would have to go to the casino. So like half, up until 11:30, and I will be as thorough as I possibly can.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna skip some time since nothing is gonna happen yet.
The first thing I'm gonna do is, does the ship tell me anybody has accessed the interior? It's like I'm gonna look at the log for the.
The log won't tell you any kind of physical things unless.
I'm gonna see if any of the airlocks have cycled since we left it.
Yes.
Because it should be. I mean, it should have been locked, right?
It's not stopped you guys before.
It's true. So someone's entered the ship since we've.
Yes.
All right. I
He
have.
just left a rose that says, "I'm going to buy you.
Right.
I'm going to sell your soul."
You're gonna make me filthy rich.
Just like a rose on Sherwayne's pillow. That's all it is.
With a bottle of whiskey.
I
Oh.
do
Nice.
have a hand scanner.
Okay.
So I will employ that as I search, and I'm going to look, and I will look specifically for tracking devices and sabotage.
Okay. So make a mechanics check.
What's my difficulty?
We'll do a boost with your scanner, and let's do 1 and 1 for funsies.
Right, I get to roll a yellow dice again after this.
Okay.
You can roll the extra.
And the amount of successes,
Yeah, I don't want to mix our.
advantages, and triumphs you get will cut down the time.
Right.
Of your search.
All right. Well, we're looking at. So far, we're looking at 2 successes and 2 threats, and we'll see what happens when I roll my other yellow. We're looking at 3 successes, 2 threats.
Okay. So you spend the entire 3 hours, and you find 2 tracking devices. You assume one of them's a dummy. Because you find one an easy spot,
Yeah.
one the harder spot. You would think to look again. And the hyperdrive needs some major work.
It's been.
But you can still fly off of here. It's just
Right.
you can't jump until it's fixed.
Does this look like something that I could do with some?
You probably see she has parts. It's pretty bad. Like another hyper or ejector. Like
That
in the
same damn
first one.
part.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which she'll sell you one for $250.
And
That's a discount from what it costs.
because she's my friend.
Well, she took your 500 credits.
Right.
Yeah. So she's doing you a solid. Because
She's
she
doing me a
feels bad that he got on the ship.
Okay.
So as you get the part and you're walking back, another ship arrives. And it is, if you were in organic, well, let me change this. Here's
I feel like it's
Yes, aliens!
set this up.
I feel like that's something you'd hear
Just
between scenes in a police squad movie. Irish TV show.
She was wearing a red dress.
Another
Surely
ship
you
comes
know
in,
Her legs went all the way to the floor.
and there's no color, there's no gray. It's just completely almost black. And you've kind of seen a ship similar to this. When it lands, the ramp's near the front, like a shuttle, basically. But it's not a shuttle, it's just a freighter of some sort. And as it opens, something you have seen before. 4 looks like soldiers in black armor, helmets and everything come out. It's in formation. And then someone you've seen on camera before walks out front. A human brunette. Not Corona Pain. And then a hooded figure comes out behind her. You don't see the face, just like maybe that's right here. And you can see this woman that she's talking to, not the hooded one, but the one you're familiar with, kind of like be more subservitude to this one. And an arm comes out of the cloak and points. And the arm is metal. And it disappears. And that person goes back into the ship.
So this isn't the Jedi from God Save.
That was the black cloak.
Right.
Who's the brunette you're familiar with? Who's the brunette he's familiar with?
Larissa.
Marissa Strong.
What's she doing here?
People that's not following us. You guys are all having these issues. I'm having a nice vacation. I don't know about you guys. I'm having a
You're
fine
gonna come
time.
back and just live here because your ship has been blown up and everyone is dead. You just have to live here now.
No, I'll just call Kent and be like, do you want to run away, be friends together? My girl's dead. They blew up my ship. I don't really want to live on Alderaan.
So anyway, that's
Where
where
was
you
the
see,
black cloak figure pointing? Was he pointing at our ship, or was he pointing like away
to the
from-
resort.
toward the resort?
Fun.
Across the city, exactly at the resort. That building.
I'm just laying in my bed with my feet up.
And it's pointing in that general direction. You're watching some TV, some holovids. You see
Support.
some touristy videos, you know,
Nice.
saying that there's a timeshare ad. Someone's wanting you to invest now.
I pull up my data pad and start looking it up.
It's an investment that's going to explode eventually. So, I mean, you're going to make lots of money. Not the plan, you know, just the investment. You're going to, yeah,
Yeah, it'll be banging.
yeah.
I'll change the channel.
Alderaan could see some rocky
Financial Times.
financial times in the future, but timeshares, that's how to buy.
Yeah, and the economy's going to boom.
Yes.
The economy's gonna boom. It's gonna be bright hot.
Yes.
Is your comm link still off?
No, it's on now.
Okay.
It's on paranoid mode.
Paranoid, man.
So I'm on the ship, so I'm gonna be I'm gonna go into the cockpit, so I can look through the windows at the spaceport. And you know the great thing about this is I'm a droid. They can't read my anybody looking in can't read my lips. So I will kind of flip the comm link, the ship's communicator to talk to them. And I'll say, hey guys, great news. We got another playmate just arrived. Your pal Larissa. She had some really
Oh my
All
god.
brunettes must die.
Brunettes.
No, this is really a Star Wars smoking aces.
No kidding.
some creepy looking guy with a metal hand and a black cloak pointed it in the general direction of your resort.
Was it a man?
It was an arm.
I don't know. Did you answer the? I hailed you too. Did you pick up your comlink?
What? You hailed me?
You told him earlier about the ship.
Yes.
Did he have
You leave
a
your comment.
monocle?
Yeah.
He held you too. He
No,
held
not
you
that
and
conceit,
Tazio.
But
Okay.
The
what he's saying.
the robot just has like this little cape over one shoulder. The robot wasn't wearing a hood, so far as I could tell. It didn't look like the gentleman.
Okay.
So there's a man with Larissa?
Insufficient data on the whole man thing. There, Captain. I saw an arm made out of metal. I saw a chin. Wasn't red, so it wasn't our Jedi friend from.
Are the feet in color?
I'm sorry.
With the feet? No, you weren't seeing the feet. That was live.
Right.
It was pale.
Pale.
Face.
Pale face.
Okay.
So, yeah. Also, great news, Cap. I'm working on this, but we've got someone, a Twi'lek, got onto the ship and managed to throw a pretty good hydrospanner into our hyperdrive. Our friend Castana Vitri was able to get me a replacement part, so I will do my best on, I'll do my best on repairing that damage by the time we have to go off planet.
Yes, do that as soon as possible. It's first priority.
Right now,
With the way things are sounding, we may have to leave soon.
I quite agree.
Do not want to leave my vacation. I have been having a very nice time. I don't know about you guys. I had very nice nights.
Someone wants to kill me. Well, more like 3 people here want to kill me.
Yes, they probably want to kill Tazio too, so.
Well, only one of them wants to kill Tazio. To be
None of them
fair.
want to kill me.
Well,
If
remember your discussion with Taurus.
Yeah.
None
I
of
said
them want,
dead or alive.
Yeah.
none of them want to kill me if they get you.
Anyway, I'm pretty sure I
Except probably
got
Larissa.
Yeah.
their tracking, got rid of their tracking. By the way, I
That's
disabled
what I was.
the tracking device. I find them. I don't just leave them
That's
there.
fine.
I'm pretty
Why not?
sure
They
I
can
got
follow
their
You
tracking.
probably would have did like a wild goose chase.
Yeah.
Like threw it on something.
Yeah.
Train or something.
They
So
just use
how
the dark
much
force to follow
time
us.
do you estimate it's going to take to fix the hyperdrive?
Roll mechanics.
How's my difficulty?
Longer than we have.
2.
I got this, guys.
He just takes out the one part. Puts the other one in.
And fixed.
I know it usually takes 10 rounds for it to boot up. So once it's installed, it's fine. You just
So we're looking at a success and an advantage, and 2 more advantages.
okay.
So it's 3 advantage. That's a critical boot, I feel like. Boots up immediately.
You can put it in there. Well, how much did you have again? What was your-
Success and 3 advantages.
So it will take not as long, but it will take a little bit to boot up.
It's okay. It'll take us that long to run there.
Yeah.
Under heavy fire.
Well, I mean, once you hook it on, to jump, it'll take, like it did before, 15 rounds before. It's going to take about 6 or 7 this time. You bought those shields.
I know, right?
So can I roll to see if I find like a laundry cart in the in the hallway?
Sure.
Yeah.
Do that.
Perception.
Yep.
What's my difficulty?
2.
Yep, I find it.
You steal a laundry cart?
There's actually a laundry chute in the hall.
No, I want the cart.
Okay.
Into the
I wanna
laundry
change my
chute,
clothes.
flyboy.
Okay.
You should
So-
steal a maid's uniform.
Oh, no.
I go scrummaging through for something that I find makes me look a little bit less flashy, a little bit more like blend indie.
You find a robe.
Well,
I have 3
laundry
advantages
carts
here.
in resorts usually are sheets and towels.
Mm-hmm.
So you find a terry cloth robe.
You could say that it's
I,
the.
I make
No,
a
terry
toga.
cloth robe.
I put a toga on.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's not.
You could say that
I mean,
you found
you
someone's
could-
dry cleaning.
Yeah,
Because they'll
you
have
can.
some of the
Dry
nice
cleaning,
hotels have the
Yeah.
dry cleaning.
You're supposed to like dry cleaning.
I mean, it's
What'd
nice
you roll
to-
again?
I rolled 3 successes. Sorry, 2 advantages.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll put on like just a normal suit that
Sure.
I find, try to blend in as much as I can, and then because I can tell by the conversation we're getting ready to make it to the ship. So I'm just
No,
preparing
it's
myself.
not quite.
She's not even there.
It's not there yet.
Well, I know, but I'm all
We'll
by
bring the ship
myself,
to you.
Scared.
You might not want to do that.
That's just one person trying to kill me, not 3.
Well, it's 10.
I am going to make breakfast for us.
Okay.
And pretend like I did not hear any of that for now.
Okay.
I'm just gonna make breakfast. I don't know what he likes. I'll figure something out.
Probably order room service.
Yeah,
There's no kitchen.
there's no kitchen. I order room service. Let him order whatever he wants.
Okay.
I'll pay
It's
for it.
Tazio, it's Sky.
I'll pay
orders
for
your
it.
own.
You take the lid off, and it's Tazio.
Let's resolve this, motherfuckers!
What?
Oh my god.
How much is room service gonna cost?
Depends on what you order.
I thought
High-end,
that-
mid-end.
It doesn't
low-end.
come with the resort. They pay $2,500 a day.
No.
That's just the room.
Jesus, that's a
I
Everything's
am-
on the card.
You know how this goes.
Medium.
Yeah, nothing's free in these places.
Whatever
If
he
you're buying
wants.
for both of you for a full course meal,
Breakfast.
breakfast, full course,
Yes.
I would just do move around to 100.
Spaceship.
For both of
needs-
us.
Yeah, total. All right. Well, next week we'll find out if they get away.
Yeah.
At least we're not caught by surprise.
And next week will be my last week, it sounds like.
No, we're gonna grab Bren, Basher, and run. We'll be like, come on, Bren, you're in life is in danger. Everyone's trying to kill you. Your plans must be important.
Yes.
All of it.
Man, I was ready to do that too.
What?
Just run that.
You just named all the bad guys that throw at us.
I know it's really good.
Felt good. All bad guys come through.
Glad
now.
you enjoyed it.
Even brought back another one.
Yes, I know.
I
I'm guessing.
I don't know who the arm person is.
We thought that we disarmed her and blew up her ship.
Oh,
We disarmed her?
disarmed her.
Is it?
That's why she has mental harm.
Who is it? What's her name?
So
Vajra.
Oh, yeah.
So apparently we did.
We
did
found her
disarm-
arm and threw it to somebody.
All the chickens have come home to roost.
All the unknown birds.
All the shit. that
Yes,
happens.
that's right. All the unidentified birds have come home to roost.
So the next episode is just called High Noon.
No, the
Or-
next episode is called Unidentified
Yes,
Birds.
high noon or how I fell in love with unidentified birds. All right. Well, on that note, guys, see you next week.
Remind me to buy it.